people like to wear like Denver Broncos or like the Los Angeles or
Yeah.
what is it?
Okay.
Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah. And
Monday Night Recap. We definitely got to talk about.
There's certain people that
you
have
share,
New England
oh
Patriots
my God,
Twitter,
yes,
they'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Pettis, it's in your division. You can control.
Honey,
And they were like,
I live
"Oh,
in
this is the
Chicago.
3-year
I'm not
plan
from there.
for
I'm
Michael
from
Penix Jr.
Indiana.
You can sit behind Kirk Cousins in the fourth. Actually, you're going to make it
Fort Wayne.
11 weeks.
Oh, shit. All right.
North of Fort Wayne, actually.
Okay.
Farming community. People doesn't know Hunter.
Fort Wayne
we can
Dwingers.
definitely
I know
trash
them.
that's for sure.
My husband, that's where my husband went to school at.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
what
said
I
never
went to
That's
school
where your
at.
papa went to school at. Oh, yeah. Huge. Oh, yeah, his family was huge.
With their
Catholic.
I think Buccaneers, and that's good.
That might,
Dwayne and
like, they
stuff.
might be a little solid this year.
But there's
I
nothing
might
worse than
get-
Bears fans.
I'm
I mean,
get the West.
Bears
I'm gonna get
fans
to the
are-
West
Or, I'm sorry,
in both
the worst.
conferences.
And it's so
Obviously, because
funny
of the Chiefs.
for Jim to let my husband to listen
I
to
failed on
the
the AFC
to like
East
the Monday
with the
morning
Jets. Fucking
announcers.
Mm.
After
Are we
the
still
Bears
doing that
lose.
thing on Friday?
Because it's
Oh, I'm
so
fine.
All right, cool.
funny. We call it
I see another
trifecta
clip
when the
and I'm
Bears
like,
lose.
I
The
can't-
Indianapolis
I
Colts
can't
win
wait.
and our
I can't
Packers.
score.
Free
That's a
money,
trifecta.
dude. It's free money.
But Bears
I
fans,
can't wait.
oh my God.
I can't wait.
Oh, they're horrible.
Mom, they think I'm lying half the
About
time
what?
when I make fun of the Bears fans.
Oh,
and they're-
guys, no. He's telling the truth, honest to God.
It's the funniest thing.
Bears fans are the
They're the
we're
worst,
the-
dude.
Oh
They're
yeah,
the- there's-
before the
there's a
season. Oh, we're gonna
scrapes
take the
of-
Super Bowl this year. And
See, I'm from
okay, are you gonna actually win 3?
Yeah, he's from Indiana, Mom.
Yeah, I know. He just
Yeah,
said Kokomo.
So I'm from Indiana, and I hate the Colts, and
But it wasn't the Colts' fault. That was business.
That's what Stokely said, and I'm like,
I lived
it doesn't matter. So I gave him a football one time, and he looked at me and he's like, "This has a Colts symbol, and this isn't for you." And I'm like, "No, it's for a nonprofit." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Okay." So he like signs it, whatever, and he's
Right.
like, "I enjoyed my time with the Colts," and me, he's like, "Yeah, I did too." I'm like,
Well, I used to be dead set because I like the Baltimore Colts. Okay, I mean, I was a Colts fan.
right.
I liked
Colts,
the
I
I
haven't
liked
heard that
the
name in a
team.
long time.
I liked the organization, right?
Mm.
And then when they did move to Indianapolis, I was dead set against them until I read. And okay, and when I researched it and read, and I'm like, it's not the players' fault. It's just business. It's like
They had to.
when it's just like with the Blackhawks with Kane leaving and Taves leaving and whatnot. It's not them. It's business.
Get my mom on the freaking show. She knows sports.
Oh hell no. No.
Now, whenever you guys want to
Talk
say
about
anything,
the
you have the mic
Oh,
here. and you have
perfect.
the-
She's
There
okay,
you go.
she goes, oh,
moving
by the
from
way,
one
Joel,
city
if
to
ever
another.
you need any
Where I get
type
it from,
of,
bro, I'm telling
if
you.
you want anybody to ever do a national anthem before your show, or God Bless America, she's our opera
Oh
singer.
yeah, dude. She
Okay.
She's got
And
I go to college
she's at
She went to
CMU,
college for
Central
music.
Michigan University.
Okay.
But she's oh my God, her voice. She will make you cry.
All right,
She
what's that?
sings. Up to getting the headsets on.
52. We got 3 minutes.
Guys, have a great show. I enjoy watching you, and I'm just so excited to be here. Thank you for allowing us to be here.
You can't yell when we go on air, just
We'll
like
be quiet.
because he just like yells randomly during the middle of the
He
show.
loves you.
Like, hey guys, like yeah, sure, hey man.
Yeah,
You know.
just distract us while we're live. Go
Yeah.
for it, H. Jimmy, you want to
Do
do
you
the
s-
construct real
Yeah,
quick?
but do you still hate Travis Hunter?
Huh?
Joel? There we go.
1, 2, 3.
After 1 week, I really hate his girlfriend.
Yes,
But
you're
Yeah.
Christina?
My headphones, yeah.
Oh, this Travis guy.
You know,
Okay.
I-
Who's his girlfriend?
I'm good.
Maybe just like a
somewhat high maintenance. I
Oh,
call her a
high
high
maintenance?
maintenance bitch.
Wait, who?
Travis Hunter's fiance or whatever.
Man,
He plays for who?
that was some awful Monday Night Football games.
Do you know that?
Travis Hunter plays for the Colorado Bucks.
Oh, okay.
This year.
What did you expect? You know what I mean? Like, and even the Falcons or even the Vikings.
Deanne Linnae.
They're just kind of like
She's
whatever.
very
You know what I
crisp.
mean? Like Justin Jefferson was
Yeah,
out there just like pollygag. He didn't give a shit. You can tell.
Yeah,
Like,
he dropped.
hey, we're here just to get a dub, get out, and it doesn't. This game doesn't.
So I told Caveman I wasn't going to worry about TikTok anymore because that mug's getting banned.
Keep getting banned.
Yeah, I know.
Really? From TikTok?
It's not even just our show. It's like every show. It's taken down.
I hate the
Yeah.
So
military.
now I got it.
I hate veterans.
I don't know, Barron Trump
Personally.
might convince us not to do it.
This
We should
is
sue 'em.
they're just getting back at the U.S.
And it's
for
funny.
doing it.
TikTok
Yeah.
sent me a
That's it.
Congressman, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, I would, but we're
I'm just trying to get
suspended.
veterans
Remember?
That's it. That's all we're trying to do.
Oh, you got
TikTok?
suspended on TikTok?
Yeah, for something stupid.
What's big in your mind?
No, something
It's
about
not our business.
There's
I'm just being
streaming
funny.
stuff.
something about like some content or whatever. I'm
Oh.
like, whatever.
When do you get how long does it take to get your,
Jefferson
Things back.
Target.
Usually like 7 days.
That
And
first
how long has it
shot,
been?
I mean, we're not suspended now, but
Oh,
we
okay.
were suspended. It's just
Did I forget?
Colton and Avery have been suspended on TikTok before.
All right, we're going live.
Who they, oh, Colton Avery?
We
All
are
right.
going live.
silence your phones.
We are going live. Back in. Now, what mic is this? On air? Caveman made that. He made that.
That's right. My bad. Falcons new starting quarterback.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, I got a little interesting news alert to start the show.
Okay. Gotta get the pictures.
Can't go home without them.
Bismack Diablo, baby.
You know, Bismack Diablo is the 7th overall pick.
Is he really?
7th overall pick. in
That almost seems
2014.
criminal.
2014.
Next time we do our team builder, if I just use the 1996 NBA draft.
Shout out Bismack.
There's 11 Hall of Famers just from the 96 NBA draft. You are looking live at Military Broadcast Radio.
Hello.
Till the final whistle, we are live
Good
back.
morning.
We are live, boys. What a weekend. My mom's in town, hanging out in the studio, gonna watch the show. A lot of fun. It's always a good time when the moms are in town, brother.
Yeah. Shout out.
Well,
Jimmy's mom.
we got a action-packed show for you. We got a Monday Night Football recap. We're gonna go over all the news and notes from the NFL. Say goodbye to Kirk Cousins in Atlanta.
He's done.
Penix Jr. now the starting quarterback, and they said coming into yesterday after the game against the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday Night Football that they were going to evaluate Kirk Cousins. We're going to wait and see. We want him to play better. We just gave this guy $280 million and leveraged half the stadium, in Atlanta, Georgia, to sign Kirk Cousins for some reason, and now he's no longer the starter. Congratulations, Penix. You are now the quarterback of the dumpster fire Atlanta Falcons.
I guess the Falcons
Yeah.
knew what they were doing, taking a
Yeah.
quarterback out of the
That wasn't such a bad pick, I guess, but
And the owner was crushing during the draft day. The owner was crushing the GM. Like, what are we doing? Like, yeah, he was smart. Let's draft this guy.
He had a backup plan.
Raheem
Well-
Morris won't be picking this high again. Remember they said that in the last season after they picked it.
That's right.
After they got Kirk Cousins. They won't be picking this high again.
I can pretty much guarantee you're going to be picking that high again. Very
Not
short.
this year. You're going to be in the teens with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
it
got
was 6.
7 wins
Yeah.
already.
Do they have 7 wins?
7 and
7 and 7.
Whoa. What was that?
Little
This side.
little
Let's go.
news alert. Nothing major, but the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest, kind of a bottom feeder this college football season in the ACC, fired their head coach, and now they'll be hiring Washington State coach Jake Dickert to take over the reins there. So will that help the Demon Deacons?
Probably
We'll
not.
see.
I didn't even know they had a
I think
football
so.
team.
Yeah.
That's basketball
So-
school.
You
They're
forget
still
that Wake
running
Forest.
slow mesh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they still have that offense.
I think a few years ago when that was kind of new, it messed some team. They were able to score a lot of points on it. Now it's like, well, every high school and 8th grade team is running that.
Right.
So it's
Time to get
it's
a new
time.
offensive system.
Yeah, Navy upgraded. Wake Forest time to upgrade.
Come on.
Wake Forest should just start
Well,
running
I mean,
triple option.
Washington State had a pretty sick offense last year. They were one of the more high-scoring teams.
Yeah, I mean they might.
So
bring
maybe
up-
we'll see. Maybe that will help them produce some more. Certainly makes Washington State's bowl game a lot less interesting now that their coach is gone. I don't remember who they had. I think it was Syracuse actually. So
Speaking of bowl games, we had one on yesterday. That was a
we did.
high scoring affair,
Pretty
dude.
crazy.
That was a wild game yesterday.
Memphis had a game-winning
Memphis and
interception.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
It's 42-37.
Memphis wins, covers the point spread. People were like, "Oh, you just got to bet the under." I was like, "There's no way I'm betting the under." The under was like 56 points up to 60.
It's college football.
I was like, dude, Memphis is going to score 50 points basically on their own. Like West Virginia has no defense. I know they just hired, a new head coach, but he has like no recruits in there. Like he's
Not the head
even-
coach yet.
Not the really
Yeah.
head coach yet, but like, oh, it's a revitalization. I'm like, no, it's Memphis. They're going to score 50.
Like let's wait until like next season. Like
Yeah.
we're still finishing up this season. This coach hasn't even started. Let's wait until we talk about revitalization.
They had the old coach on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is who they like introducing names. Like, we got name tags for that, bro.
Probably could have done this somewhere other than a bowl game.
Yeah, it was. Other than that, the game was pretty cool. I enjoyed that one.
It was. The Memphis quarterback, he's the AAC's all-time leader in passing yards in a career. Again, finishing his career out with a W in a bowl game.
You know who else played quarterback at Memphis?
Is that?
Denver Broncos draft pick?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Paxton
No,
Lynch.
no.
Shout out Paxton Lynch. John Elway says we need that guy. You know, that's the guy that the kid from Memphis from the AAC conference. You know.
Oh, Jimmy, why did you open that little balloon? That guy's a car insurance salesman now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's not doing Grubhub on the side.
You know, speaking of bad QBs, one more thing I wanted to add about Kirk Cousins. In their 1-4 stretch, only one touchdown pass, which was on Monday, and 9 interceptions.
Not
along
good.
with 11 sacks.
He's a statue back there. He's just got no mobility. Dude, I mean, you can only manage 15 against an awful Raiders defense without Max Crosby.
Where's Bijan Robinson, dude?
They don't.
I mean, yeah,
They didn't. I bet on Bijan to score. I was like, perfect team.
He did have a $125, but no touchdowns.
Still,
No touchdowns.
you know what I mean. You score 15 points.
Yeah, this is an ugly game. Desmond Ritter finally helped the Falcons win a football game.
It's
Doing it for
crazy.
the wrong team.
Bro, that second interception he threw, I'm not even gonna lie. I was in the party with my friend that's a Raiders fan. We were playing some Xbox, and I was watching the play. Like, Ritter out of his own end zone. That's the best spiral I've ever seen in my life, and it's right.
And
to
it's
Simmons.
interception.
That was probably
It was just directly to Simmons. It was the best spiral I've ever seen, but it was to the other team.
Can we? Is it fair to say that was Ritter's best pass to a Falcons player? in his
All right.
career?
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, hit him right on the button. Fortunately, he's again playing for the other team.
For the fans that don't know, Desmond Ritter, quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, beleaguered ex-Atlanta Falcons quarterback last year.
Yeah, he's
Ran out of town, started doing Grubhub commercials. Vegas Raiders said, "That's the guy that we need to save our
Let's get
franchise.
this DoorDash driver.
Let's get this
playing
DoorDash driver
quarterback."
playing quarterback. We're going to tank for Shador."
Yeah,
See
the
it,
Raiders
the
haven't
signs
had
in
an
it.
honest to God starting quarterback all season. Like
They got
they,
QB3s, man.
yeah, QB3. Minshew on a better team could maybe be a QB2, but like that Raiders offense
There's just
is
nothing there.
desolate.
I wonder if they would be a little bit better though. If they had Josh Jacobs. I don't know. Maybe it's
A
like
little bit.
Yeah.
$6.8 million we signed him for average cost per year. Our cap hits like 7 or whatever because of signing bonuses. I don't know, if the Raiders were just like, no, we're not. If they got caught in like what some GMs have, we're not going to pay the running back.
Yeah.
Well, you're an idiot.
They saw
Those
three-
guys-
They would have a lot more wins, honestly.
Can confirm running backs are good in the NFL.
Those guys saw Zamir White have 3 good games. I'm like, yep, we don't need this all-pro running
Right.
back anymore.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Led the NFL in rushing. No big deal.
Where's the new White?
Don't need that yet.
Where's the new White? They got sincere.
That guy's been the
Foreman
biggest
playing.
disappointment of the entire
Guys, in like
season.
3 years, we're going to do like a hindsight show and look at their roster. Devontae, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Josh Jacobs.
Jacoby Myers,
You know-
number 2 wide receiver.
Good number 2 wide receiver. You still got Hunter Renfrow there doing, just robbing paychecks. I don't even know what he does.
I don't think
And you're like,
he's there.
But he's not in there anymore? Okay. I'd be surprised if
Maybe
he's
he
still
is.
in the NFL, honestly.
Yeah,
The
he
Raiders
might
are-
also be selling like used cars or something. I think.
And we're going to look in like
Exactly.
3 years when we're going to be like, how are the Raiders not good? You know what I mean? Organizations, man, not players.
Yeah.
Every single time.
That's why I'm surprised Dion is like okay with
Okay.
Shador going
Yeah.
there. And they seem
Yeah.
about it.
That's true. That's a good point.
He must just want to be able to hang out in Vegas. And
Well, I mean, it's kind of Dion's kind of a control freak. So it's like he'll be able to control, he can get Antonio Pierce fired tomorrow if he wanted to, probably.
oh yeah, no, most definitely.
He tells
Mark
Mark
Davis.
Mark Davis, I'm not coming unless you fire Pierce. Pierce is gone. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, I mean, Mark Davis doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
I mean, he's,
With his bowl cut and his 21-year-old
I
girlfriend.
mean, he's letting somebody give him that haircut. He doesn't give a
Yeah,
crap.
doesn't get-
And
he
cuts
goes to
his own hair.
supercuts.
He cuts his own hair.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, that guy. Was,
He goes to a community college barber shop. Just whip me up with your best you got.
He's like a ghoul from Fallout.
Yeah.
Got left in the microwave a little too much. Yeah. This Raiders game.
Desmond Ritter
Probably
was the
one of
leading
the worst.
rusher for the Vegas Raiders. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's
28
definitely not. It's got to be
28.
maybe the worst game we've seen all year.
Sincere McCormick got like an ankle injury, so they really didn't have to
Yeah.
run the game. He was probably decent for like the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And then they lost it.
He's solid.
He was solid.
He had a good catch that I really don't think was a catch, but they gave it to him. Like, he never really got possession of it. That kind of boosted his stats a little bit as well. Man, Kirk, like this is gotta be the first time we've seen a quarterback win a football game and get benched
Dude,
in a long time.
He-
Nothing
was
comes
bad.
to mind.
it was bad, dude.
The Raiders were doing like they're in full blown tank mode. I mean, they're
Gotta
doing
be.
everything to lose this game, and you kept it in it the
Yeah.
whole
No
time.
Max Crosby. He's out for the year. He's going to get ankle surgery that he needed since week 2. Why he just didn't go ahead and get that surgery then, I have no idea, but that's pretty much the end of the Raiders.
Yeah, he's like, I'm taking the rest of the season off. Don't know why he didn't do this even back in like week 10, but it's,
Yeah, I mean, like you re-signed a contract, you got a bag. Your team's not going to win. Cancun on 3, baby.
yeah, take the rest of the season off.
Cancun on 3, dude. Don't
Who
even
else
turn the
is
TV.
watching there?
Don't even turn the TV
Yeah,
on, bro.
until next year.
Just go to like Spain somewhere, sit on a beach, enjoy your Mai Tais, get that ankle surgery, and just rest in rehab,
Yeah.
buddy.
Just hang out.
Just hang out, dude. There's really no. He like ghost chain cigars, bro. Just go sit down somewhere. Don't even pay attention to football because it's gonna be bad.
The focus on your mental health. I know you've had, his problems with addiction and mental
Yeah.
health in the past. They'll make the Raiders make you relapse.
Yeah.
They'll
No.
do that to you.
They will.
I called it, Kirk, man. Now watch. Penix is going to get hurt for like half a game, and Kirk Cousins is
He'll
going
be
to
right
have
back in there.
a good half a game, and then by the next season, he might think he wants to be a starter, deserve a starting position over Penix, gone off to some other dumb organization.
Yeah.
In the last 4 years of this contract.
Why is it to me that I could
farewell
see
tour for Kirk, man?
I could see Kirk Cousins playing quarterback for the Tennessee Titans next year.
Oh my God, that
I
makes
see
too.
I can see
too
it.
much
The
sense.
Giants?
They might get Cam Ward. I don't know. They're just gonna roll with the rookie.
I think the
there.
Giants are in prime position for a QB.
Yeah,
I think they're just.
they
I
could
get
get the
the
one
draft.
pick too. Them
Yeah.
between them and the Raiders, but the Raiders also.
Although I heard the Giants,
Hopefully they're smart.
the QB down at Duke is looking real appealing to the Giants.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
yeah.
They're gonna shock.
That's it.
Awesome.
If Riley Leonard was still at Duke, outside shot, Giants pick Riley Leonard, like 7 or 8, like they trade back. You know what I mean? Like one of those moves. But a quarterback who I did think was similar to Desmond Ritter on Monday Night Football was Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. I mean, nobody thought Desmond Ritter was going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He was drafted like in the 5th or 6th round or something. Caleb Williams was drafted number 1 overall to be a difference maker for the Chicago Bears. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Chicago Bears beleaguered Chicago Bears, outscored 30-12, and they scored 0 first half points for the 5th time this season.
That's in their story all year is that they just get behind so early, and they're always trying to play from behind.
Shades of last week, in the first half at halftime, they had 7 yards of offense. 7 yards of offense
I mean,
again.
they're decent in the second half. It's like how can you be so terrible in the first half every week? How is the game plan?
The
that
score
bad?
was 20 to the score was 20-3 going into
Then
the
you-
fourth quarter.
It's no points in the first half. You go to halftime down 13, and then your third quarter is only 3 points, and they get another touchdown.
I mean, the Vikings kind of looked like they were sleepwalking. through
Oh,
this
yeah.
game. Like I was like,
Yeah.
they looked like they were going like 50% out
The
there.
fans didn't even care. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a typical Minnesota Vikings primetime game crowd.
Like that felt very mellow
It
for
was-
a game in
We're
Skull.
chilling, we're hanging out, we're drinking beer, eating bratwurst. We
We
don't.
all got work in the morning. We're not going too crazy.
We're fine.
Yeah, but
And the Bears, dude, again, led the time of possession, 30 minutes to 27 minutes. You know, and I'm like, what? Like, how?
Play forward, 2 plays.
You
back.
get outscored 20-3 going into the fourth quarter, and it's, you know, like, hey, you know, you can't even score a touchdown until
the fourth quarter.
fourth quarter, yeah.
At that point, like, it's garbage time.
Yeah,
The
game's
game's
over.
well without reach.
And then you still allow 10 points in the fourth quarter
Yeah.
when you're trying to lead a comeback.
And you got like, a gift like Justin Jefferson dropping a pass. Like
Wide open.
That's not going to happen for another 3
Right.
years.
Yeah.
And that's a gift in that
Yeah.
game. It doesn't even hurt the Vikings.
That was his 3rd career drop.
Can I
It was something like that.
can I give you the Bears' third down efficiency here, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were
Oh,
talking about
yeah,
this on
that's right.
Facebook.
Yeah.
1 for 12.
Bad.
Oh my God.
Bad. Chicago Bears were 4-2 at one point.
And they weren't even getting into that many like third and longs. Like there was a number of like very convertible third downs.
Yeah.
And like you can't like complete like a routine short pass.
They don't even run like a basic spider 2-wide banana to Cole Kmet. No bootleg, no hey.
Not until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, not until the fourth quarter. Yeah. That's got to be like a rule there in Chicago.
You get stopped
Can't pull it out
not
too
once
Yeah.
but twice on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Running basically the same play. Just DeAndre Swift straight up the middle. I have a crazy idea. Why maybe you don't have your speed back try to pick up a yard on 4th and 1.
4th and 1.
Let's give it to your big power back, Roshan
Yeah, right,
Johnson.
right.
Let him try to do something. with
He
it.
hasn't been seen since the Green Bay game.
That guy's he's
He had like
disappeared.
10 carries, 80 yards, touchdown. Roshan Johnson played pretty good in that Packers-Bears game. Haven't seen him since.
And
Nope.
now he's injured.
He's making us look good, boys.
Can't have that.
Now-
Pretty sloppy
now
game
he's
on
injured.
both sides for both teams, like 19 combined penalties. But
Yeah.
then you look at the yardage. The Bears, how are you racking up 93 yards on 9 penalties to the Vikings just having 56 on 10? They had extra penalty and had less penalty yardage.
That's kind of crazy, dude.
And we got to talk another Bears draft pick that was talking crazy after getting selected, and then immediately just getting
destroyed. 8 losses in a row.
eating his words on the
Who?
field. The that I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but like the Kyrian
Oh, yeah.
I think is how you
Yeah,
say it.
yeah. He was talking crap.
Got his first start. He gets drafted. He says, "No one's touching Caleb Williams. I can promise you that." Jonathan Grenard was feasting.
Yeah.
He was living in the backfield with that guy.
Yeah.
Tough place to make your first start. On the road, in Minnesota, against a pass rusher like Grenard. But,
Yeah.
You talk crazy like that. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, man. Welcome to Chicago, bud. And the Bears drafted him over dude, the Packers drafted a 7th round left tackle that's starting right now, Kenneth Walker Jr. from Florida. Over 7th rounder. This guy's like, oh, he's gonna be a stable mate on our offense. He's not. He's from Yale. He's a smart kid. He's not a football player. Ryan Poles loves these Ivy League offensive linemen. I don't know if he knows this or not. They don't play football in the Ivy League. They play football, but they don't play football.
I mean,
And I'm like,
Oh,
man,
your
dude.
biggest rivals, Harvard, more Ivy League kids.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
That big Brown game that you played, Brown versus Yale.
Brown.
Good job, Bismack or whatever, Bismack Biombo from the Chicago Bears.
Go maybe UConn.
Yeah,
That's
wherever.
your biggest game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You're playing for Virginia Military Institute in primetime. Yeah. Jonathan Grenard is not. Right, yeah, it's like one of those Wednesday night games on ESPN Ocho.
Right.
The game's only broadcasted in Spanish.
Yeah. They've got
Yeah,
regional. They've got regional high school volleyball above your game. Like let's.
Yeah. They have Japanese rock, paper, scissors going on as like a halftime show.
Yeah, that's what they're cutting to in the studio updates. It's those sports. They're not even talking about any other football games.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Well,
Hey, how's the science fair, fellas? Yeah, back to the left tackle is just getting annihilated by Jonathan Grenard now. Crazy.
Poor Bears.
Poor Bears.
fans.
No, screw them. They
They
said they
deserve
made their bed. They made their bed. This is what you get. Ryan
They
Poles.
deserved it.
Ryan Poles on his draft day, whatever press conference when he got hired. We're gonna take the North and never give it back. He thought he dropped a bar with Allen.
Yeah. 2-15 now, I believe, against the
It
NFC
is.
North in his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't taking crap, buddy.
No.
You don't take anything.
0-7 this year.
0-7.
So,
Yeah.
Good Caleb.
They'll lose
Justin
again.
Fields last year was the only 2 division wins that they had. They split with the Vikings and Lions, and they thought they were doing something. We're on our way, boys. All we need is Caleb Williams.
That's progression.
We got DJ Moore. We got Keenan Allen. We got Cole Kmet that we gave $85 million to.
Wow, that's an underpay.
Buddy, he has like 5 catches in the red zone his entire career.
Dude has like three good games a year, and then just disappears
Yeah,
off
and
the face
has
of the
one
earth.
catch
Yeah.
for 14 yards.
Right.
On Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
It's not like they're even like 3
Yeah.
back-to-back games. Like you'll get like one in September, one in like end of October, beginning of November, and then he's due for one
He's
more. good
going
one.
on to year 6, and he has 8 touchdowns. Tucker Kraft has 7 this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have
You know what I
have
mean?
more than that this year.
You know, like it's not even close who you're taking. I'm not even gonna mention Brock Bowers, Mark Andrews. I'm not even gonna mention those guys. You have to go to like tier 4 and 5, like Isaiah Likely or Cole Kmet.
Oh, Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah
Yeah.
liked it.
Okay. See, so now you see how far down the list I got to go down. Like, you know what I mean? Like Noah Fant or Cole Kmet. That's an argument.
Certainly.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it either way. Like you can make a case for both players, but like that's how far down
That's
you
how
have.
far down the list.
You know what I mean? Like even with DJ Moore, are you taking DJ Moore over Terry McLaurin?
So this
I'm not,
season, Cole Kmet, he has 3 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure Nate Atkins has 3
I was
touchdowns.
gonna say.
That's like the Broncos' 3rd string tight end.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, he's doing like the Broncos are like paying less to have just 3 guys all play mid at the tight end possession.
Super mid.
Yeah.
You know.
Look, let's not just
That
the
great
elite-
Thomas Brown offense. Yeah, sure.
Don't diss the elite tight end room of Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, and Nate Atkins.
I do like Troutman though, dude. He's a football player.
Yeah, Troutman's pretty good.
You know what I mean?
That's
He's not-
still
he's
better
not-
than what the Bears
He's
have.
not like some crazy explosive offensive guy, but like, dude, you see him out there playing football, you're like, he's got it.
good hands.
He does get open in the red zone.
He gets
Absolutely.
open. He's smart. He can block. I kind of like him. He's a really good fit for Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, he's setting these guys up to succeed.
He really is.
So different.
It's a
story
different
than we
level.
got here.
It's a different level with some play callers. Like they set stuff up within their offense to create mismatches. I don't know, a foreign concept in Chicago that I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever
don't ever
seen.
think of that.
I mean,
just don't
Atkins,
know.
he scored like 2 or 3 times this year just by doing this delayed route where he fakes the pass block. They go and clear everything out with like these deep
He just
crossers,
leaves
and then he just
Leaks.
leaks on a shallow crosser.
Wide open.
We've
Like a
spammed
2-yard
that
route.
play.
Scheme. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
We pick up so many first
Foreign
downs
thought.
with that. Couple
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Bears film room. I bet you
Like
guys
basic-
might be able to rent something else out from the Chicago
I
Park District.
100% believe in the soul of my existence that you can't put Ryan Poles on the sticks of a Madden game and have him pass the practice where you have to do all those drills to make your player better. He's not passing that.
He
They
does
fail.
The Chicago Bears head coach isn't definitely not passing that. Where you see your quarterback has to throw it into the windows to get your quarterback stuff up better. There's zero chance that's happening.
I gotta ask, have you seen the picture of Caleb Williams where it's like he's looking directly at a wide open tight end
Oh yeah,
in the middle of the field? Then throw it to back.
That's what I mean. It's you either can or you can't. Like I understand there's coaching. Yeah, Sean Payton's elite. There's different levels. That sort of thing, man. When I see that, I saw that with Justin Fields. I saw that with Mitch Trubisky. It's not something you can teach.
I think that's why Peyton got rid of Russell Wilson because we had that problem with him a lot in 2022.
Yeah.
Throwing back to last time we played the Colts on Thursday Night Football,
Wide open
missed a wide open guy in the end zone
in the end zone.
for a touchdown. He ends up throwing a pick, and we lose that
Yeah, game
garbage
5 or
12-9
whatever.
game.
12-9, yeah.
Where fans were leaving at halftime,
Yeah.
or we're leaving at the start of overtime. Rather,
Crazy.
You just
I believe the Broncos did get into a shootout against the Bears that year too. Was that?
that was the year after.
Oh, it was a year after.
No, that wasn't even. There was a shootout. We came back down like 15 or 20, like against Chicago.
Yeah, but
They
that final
choked-
score was like still like.
It's like 31 to 28.
Yeah,
It was high scoring. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they just
Yeah.
choked a huge
Yeah,
lead.
yeah.
on it.
Which is typical.
Typical.
It was a vintage late game, like fourth quarter turnover for Justin Fields, and we just ran it back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was
Well, now the Bears are sitting at 4 wins, boys. I mean,
They
what are you
haven't-
thinking? What
They haven't won a game
Like
since
top
October.
15? Yeah, something like that. Like they're
It's
gonna
an
have like a
8-game
top
losing streak.
14 pick, maybe. I don't know, somewhere around there. There's a lot of teams that we've gone over in the past that have like a lot of 3-win teams there. If you have 4 wins, you're probably looking
I just
at
wanted to look
you need
at
an
it.
offensive
That's
line, but you also can't say that they did a what
Oh yeah.
they have absolutely nothing over there that scares you.
No.
Like DJ Moore is as regular as it gets at wide receiver, and they're like, this guy's awesome.
I mean, he's
Well,
really
how?
like they're just spamming. Like he's just running like curl routes and like they're throwing like screen passes to him. I can't even really think like the last time they hit that guy like down the field, like
Right.
anything deeper than 8 to 10 yards.
Chris Olave or DJ Moore? Who are you taking right
I'm
now?
taking a lot of
I'm
it.
taking Olave.
You know,
JSN, DK, Terry McLaurin, Romeo Dobbs, or DJ Moore.
No, that's
I don't even think that's a debate.
pretty much all of them.
I mean, you got to go down very far down that list before you're like, I'll take DJ Moore over him.
DJ Moore on any other team, probably
Wide receiver
maybe
too.
even DJ, maybe argue.
That's why I always say, like, they think they have a wide receiver one. Not everybody's a wide receiver one just because you play that outside spot. You're the sort of quote unquote guy. Like, you're not a wide receiver one just because you play that position.
Do all-
I could replace you tomorrow with 15 guys.
Yeah, we got to do more than just be outside the numbers.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to get into Jamar Chase or T. Higgins or that's an afterthought. I got to go down to like rookies. It's an argument that Jacoby Myers is better than DJ Moore. And that's like a tier 3 wide receiver.
I mean, Jacoby Myers always seems to play well. He's never really had a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's always
In
been
his career.
on the Raiders.
He's like playing with like Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi for
Yeah, he's
a
on the
number of
Raiders and
years.
the Patriots without anyone good.
Or he didn't play. He hasn't played with
DJ Moore would be a number 1 wide receiver probably in New England for Drake May.
Well,
I bet he would probably take off with Drake May as his quarterback, though. A quarterback who actually can throw the ball outside the numbers with accuracy. Yeah. Afterthought in Chicago. I've never seen that.
It's becoming very.
I've literally never seen
I don't
them
know
ever
that.
do that.
It's becoming very apparent to me that like, Caleb Williams cannot get over this like need to hold on to the ball and try to make something happen. Like he does not
Throw the ball away.
Yeah.
throw it away. Take the quick throw. I mean, he wants to hold the ball for
Pac-12,
so long. Yeah.
Pac-12, dude.
There's all these compilations. It's like a minute and a half of Caleb Williams getting sacked. They're like the O-line's so bad. Half the video is him holding on to the football.
They showed it on Monday
running around the pocket.
where like he has an average of 5 seconds to throw the football, which is the most in the NFL.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot. You have 3 seconds in the NFL.
You could complete 3. Like you should be able to complete
2 passes.
in that amount of time.
Exactly.
Your standard like drop back pass 2.5 seconds is what you want to be aiming for. 3 seconds at the
2 to
most.
3 seconds.
You got to go through your reads and get that ball out, and it's like he just wants to scramble and make something happen. And
Got to be the Heisman
Yes.
Trophy winner. Look at me, football.
yeah,
That's what it always has been in there, man.
Yeah.
But
the NFL kind of punishing us there. Those are some crap Monday night games. 2 of them. You know,
Yeah.
NFL's going to punish you on this Monday night too, Mercury. We will preview coming back.
Just waiting
On
for
the
my
break.
prediction. You're gonna love
before we go with the break though, we do it every week.
Oh, you want to do it now? You want to do
Top
it when we
10.
come back?
Teams of the week.
Top 10.
All right, let's do it.
We'll do it.
We'll
We'll
lead off
run
that.
through them quick.
So definitely some shakeups here. The Detroit Lions not in there. So Jim.
Remember, if you lost last week, you're not in the top 10.
Packers.
losers don't get to be in the top 10.
We're back, baby.
So we're number one. We're putting the Eagles in here.
That's a good number one.
That's a good.
Yeah, I think they're looking like the best team in the league.
That's
They kind
TV.
of are, man.
Yeah,
And they're healthy.
and there were all those questions. Oh, the drop back passing game, like it Hurts and AJ Brown. What's going on there? And those guys
Yeah.
come out there against a good defense and a
Yeah.
good secondary.
Respectable.
2-9
Medium forced them to do it, and they were like, "All right,
Yeah.
here you go, find them."
Hurts.
Pittsburgh did stop the run pretty good, but against the pass, they were
Yeah.
getting carved up pretty. Anytime they had like a 3rd and 6, it was going for like 15 yards.
So my number
That's a
two
good
team-
number one. That's a
Yeah,
good
my number 2 team, the Bills. They're 11-3 here, looking really good. I mean, Josh Allen, he's scoring points with the best of them. Another,
48 in Detroit.
I mean, against the Swiss cheese defense, albeit, but he dropped 42 the week before. Looking like he's wrapping up his MVP case.
Yeah. It's not even bettable. I looked on our Monday show. It's like minus 10,000, dude. It's like, man, I wish I'd have gotten on. 3 weeks ago, it was 8-1, Josh Allen.
Yeah, that would have been better odds.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
That
shame that
crater
he had that
opening.
like basketball shot or pass that got called back due to a penalty where he
Yeah,
just
he threw it
ran
like
out
Oh,
and
yeah, he did that. Yeah.
threw it like that. No
I
look.
forgot about that.
Yeah, right now, I mean, he looks like the most unstoppable player in the league with Lamar Jackson gone. Both of those guys are making great cases, but I think Josh Allen's gonna win it just because Lamar won it last year. Number 3, I guess I'll put the Chiefs back in the top 5. They did finally win a game by more than one possession. So,
They finally covered a point spread, too.
yeah, like, look at that. They bailed out by 6 turnovers by the Cleveland
He's a
Browns.
Broncos fan. That hurt him to say.
I
Should have been here last week. We were
Yeah.
teeing off on that. Dude.
I put them at 10 last week,
Wait.
but I guess they are 13-1. They have the best record in the league.
We were.
They won by more than one possession. I'll put them back up there. That defense is pretty sick. Trent McDuffie, he intercepted that pass.
That was a
because
great play.
He saw it on the jumbotron. He saw the throw coming on the jumbotron. He's like, "Oh, all right, I better
Got to turn around.
Better turn around." Got the
Look
ball.
what I found.
Look at that. You know what? Initially, I had the Vikings at 4, but I'm switching 4 and 5. We're putting the Packers at 4.
Let's
There
go.
you go.
I think
Let's
they're
go.
that.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I love
Scares
it.
me, man.
the
I
Vikings
love
were
it.
looking like they were kind of sleepwalking. And
I
I
love
don't know. It's getting to that time of the year where like I get scared of Minnesota. Historically, they just have they've just shown us that they this is the time of the year where the collapse starts. No matter how good this team looks,
Yeah.
I think they'll finish the regular season strong. But it's still a team where I'm like round 1 of the playoffs. I feel like they're going to need to get the right matchup if they want to advance, because if not, they could be in trouble.
I just don't see any running game for Minnesota that's going to go on the road or sustain anything. Like, thank you, Aaron Jones, for everything that you did in Green Bay.
Right.
Your legs are gone. I ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. He's just not getting. He's just
He had
not
84
getting
yards.
open. Yeah, but
84
I mean,
yards.
I remember days where
Against
he's
the
getting
Bears, man.
100 yards
Only.
receiving and 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
You know, and he's doing 2 things at once. He's our basically half our offense because he's also a receiving threat, at least in his prime with A-Rod.
I mean, Jones, he's averaging 4.6 a carry. That's not.
I mean, on average, I mean, like, that's okay, you know what I mean? But, like,
That's average. That's Aaron Jones, though.
you know, like, that's why I can't really go off of, like, there's instances where I just can't go off of stats. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it
That's
just
not-
doesn't.
That's pretty low. That's like 108th in the league. So it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the greatest.
I mean, every 3
I mean,
plays, that's a first
probably
down.
tied for-
You know, you run that ball 3 times in a row, you're getting 4 yards to carry, that's a first down.
But we've really seen against good fronts that the
They
Vikings
just don't
run
have
game
They're
struggle.
going to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
teed
it's
off
flat.
on in the playoffs, man. They really are.
Yeah, I just don't have a lot of. I can't have faith in them because this team, honestly, maybe more so than any other team, has just a historic record of playoff choking.
Yeah.
No matter how good the team coming into the playoffs looks, no matter how many games they win, they will find a way to lose in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And a
I think this is a
heartbreaking way.
team that needs Detroit to tank so they can win that division. Because they're still right there.
You had your moment. You had your minion.
Even then, they're gonna, they're
You
gonna be like a 2 seed and somehow
And
get
that-
like, upset by
I think the Vikings and Lions
the Commanders.
play like at the end of the year.
That's the
Last
the
season.
final game of the season.
I mean, that could determine the division, dude.
So put the Vikings at 5 because they still look really good. Obviously, they're 12-2.
Yeah,
They
they're-
could win the division. Like,
Totally.
they're a good team, but I think like we're just seeing right now, like the Packers are probably a better team than them. Just more complete.
I'll say this real quick in our defense: we've scored 30 or more points the last 4 games that we played bad. Like I don't think it's really been
You guys have more points.
all that
scored.
good. Like
Seattle
like
was pretty good.
yeah, but there was even times where we had a 10-point lead and they had the ball multiple times, where they're like, okay, they could put this away if they just had their starting quarterback.
The Packers look like they're ready for like gritty playoff football. Like
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs is just gonna
Running.
run down your throat,
yeah.
and our
Power
defense
football,
is gonna
great.
just our defensive
Power
front
football, baby.
is gonna just get violent with you, and we're
Oh.
gonna beat your offensive line.
Packers are so smart.
My number 16, I'm gonna put the Ravens down here just because their record's a little worse. But again, like Lamar Jackson, dude had more touchdowns than incompletions on Sunday.
That's amazing.
Dude, I mean,
Played
it's
himself
against
the
the
game.
Giants. You do like you're a MVP candidate against a bad team. Did exactly what you got to do. You just went in there and made it look easy, throwing touchdowns to guys I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
You're pulling your pants up while you're scrambling. You're juking
Yeah.
dudes out while your pants are falling down. Like
and this is like the 3rd time this happened. Can we get this guy some like tights that
let's
fit
get
him?
him a better
What are we
belt or
doing?
something.
I know he lost some weight in the off season, but like this is still a professional football.
Like Ravens, are you that poor that you're giving your starting QB like the tight end?
I mean, Derrick Henry's been cheeked up on TV multiple times with his butt cheeks hanging out.
Equipment guy.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Somebody needs to get up.
They have like girder belts, bro. Like, hey
I
man,
am
like,
until the final whistle.
Is that-
yeah,
Is that going to be the Ravens' downfall? Is their equipment management? A big
Falling
touchdown.
down, that's how they lose the playoff game.
Somebody
this year.
trips because their pants are falling down.
yeah. Wouldn't that be something?
We'd hate to see it. But one of those players, man, like him and Josh Allen, when they get going, I don't know.
It's-
I
it's
don't know what
dangerous,
you do
man.
to stop them. Like when they're in the zone, it's you're just pray, I guess.
You almost have to go like a college defense where you're just like trying to mess up the mesh points and throw off the timing and rhythm of that offense. Because that offense relies so much on rhythm. Where it's like if they're in rhythm, they're going to put 40 on you.
But then
You know.
here's the thing: is those guys are such dynamic athletes that suddenly something gets off schedule and they start
Oh
moving.
yeah, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, now the rhythm's completely thrown off, but they've extended this play an extra, 6 seconds. Oh,
Yeah.
I think we got them pinned on the sideline, and then they were gonna throw like an on the rope dot 40 yards down
Yeah,
the field
The
to
Zay
some,
Flowers or whatever.
some guy that's just leaked open because your coverage can't last up that long.
It's a good point.
Yeah, you can try to throw off the rhythm and timing, but Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen they're so good off schedule too.
Chicago plays Detroit this week.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Lions need a win, so there they go. My number 17, Buccaneers, man.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield
like it.
and Mike Evans. What a connection that is.
Buccaneers versus Vikings right now. Who you guys got?
Taking the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks. I don't think we're dumb. I don't think we're dumb to say that.
Baker, Mike Evans have that.
I made a post on social media on Sunday. I'm like, or on Monday rather. I was like watching the Vikings and I'm like, dude, the Buccaneers are playing good football at the right time.
They're
dude.
getting healthy.
They're getting healthy.
That defense is playing the best it has all year.
They got
that
like
offensive
9
line
Super Bowl
is-
champions on their roster now.
The offensive line is pretty good too. I mean, they got some ballers up there.
And their defensive line, they stopped the run. Vita Vea back healthy.
Yeah.
Antoine Winfield Jr.,
They're the 3 or 4
Dean and safety.
guaranteed.
Bro.
So somebody's got to go there and play that.
Could be Green Bay.
They're
Could
the
be-
3 or 4.
could be
That would
Green
be a
Bay.
slugfest.
Falcons aren't winning the division. No one else is going
Right.
to win that. division.
No.
So they're there. Just go ahead and place the Buccaneers into one of those playoff
Dude.
spots. They won the division.
Totally. Yeah, they're definitely in the playoffs. I mean, I have it up right here, but Yeah, they're
I
definitely.
mean, their schedule's easy. It's like the Panthers.
They got it, dude. They
Yeah,
really
they-
do.
Played the Panthers and the Saints, two of their
Two of their
last
last
three games.
Three
So
games.
Yeah, they're 8-6. Yeah, and they have a tiebreaker already. Yeah, they won the division.
they won.
They can clinch next week.
Who do they have this week? I don't remember. I think
This
it's-
week?
I think it is the Panthers.
Dallas.
Or it's
They play Dallas
Yeah.
in Dallas on Sunday Night Football.
That's a bad Cowboys team.
I think that's going to be a
Who's home?
Cowboys.
It's a Cowboys.
Okay, that would be actually brutal.
I think that'll be kind of a good
That's gonna
game.
be close.
I think that's going to be a high-scoring game, kind of. I don't know why. Because I think Baker, he's got the moxie, dude. He's going to go on to Jerry Roll and 45 on them.
Oh yeah.
And with Diggs now out for the year, I'm betting Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Jalen McMillan, he's really starting to just, emerge and pop out too as a number 2 wide receiver with Godwin going down. It's pretty huge for them. We're going to go to my number 8 team. We'll get the Commies back in there. Almost choked away
Got
a win,
lucky.
but
Yeah,
Got
they
lucky.
get lucky. They
Well,
got
then
very lucky.
I mean, K-Man, like the Saints,
You got them over the Rams?
they got some home cooking. I do, yeah.
Both teams were really getting shafted.
I just
But at the end of the day-
that final touchdown there should have never happened. They stopped the clock randomly for 4 seconds. And
Yeah.
then the ball gets spiked with 4 seconds left.
I'd rather be
It's
lucky
tough.
than good sometimes.
Sometimes.
So I,
Rams,
Happy for
Vikings.
my
Rams,
Broncos.
Vikings right now. Who you guys got?
Rams, Vikings,
Because that could be a matchup too.
I could.
Vikings.
If they win that division, and the Rams are yeah. Well,
Oh,
if
man.
if the Vikings are the 5th seed, they'd be playing the. Yeah, if the Vikings finishes the 5th seed, and Green Bay is the 6th seed, they'd be going on the road to. Go play the LA Rams in the first round of the playoffs right now.
Well, I don't know if I could go Vikings, man. 'Cause the Rams pass rush, dude, is insane.
Like I'm kind of seeing the Vikings choking this in the first round.
I think
They
the
get, like,
Rams
Tampa
have a
or
running
LA.
game that can pretty much control too.
They have to hope they win the division.
Like that.
That
I'm
gives them
seeing.
more favorable matchup.
I see Minnesota advancing if they were to win and get Washington. I think
Yeah.
they would just match up better at home against Washington.
Well, Washington's gonna be the 7th seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Eagles take the 1 seed. Detroit, they beat Detroit end of the year.
Yeah. Oh, so
Take
Vikings
the
are the
division.
2.
They're the 2 seed.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, because
They
then
get-
they'd be playing the 7th seed.
Then they get Washington. round
That's a
one.
good point.
I
That's
think
a
that
good point.
at home rookie quarterback and that environment, still a somewhat more suspect defense. I know they got Latimer there, but he can only cover one guy, and either Addison or Jefferson's only going to be on a rookie. In the playoffs, I think that's a good matchup for them. But you got to go on the road into LA to play a really hot Rams team or
Yeah.
a really on
Matt Stafford,
Buccaneers
he's
team
gonna have
in
those boys
Tampa.
ready.
Oh
Yeah.
You're not sneaking past nothing
No.
with him there.
No.
And then do you
And Stafford's he's been in the league.
do you
He's played
trust-
Brian Flores a lot.
I know Sam Darnold has his revitalization with,
How many playoff
Connell.
games has he played in?
that's the thing, this will probably be like his first one,
I think this would be his first playoff start.
and he's been in the league almost a decade.
Give him a home field advantage
Daniel
against a
Jones
rookie.
got
Right.
I like that.
Right.
Make
I'm
him
with
go
you.
on the road to play a veteran quarterback.
Dude,
I don't like that as much.
you know who did win last week? The New York Jets, Sam Darnold's ex-team. Are they in your top 10 this week?
No, they're not.
Okay.
My number 9 team is the Houston Texans. Bit of an ugly win at home, but their defense got it done. I mean, we got to give Derek Stingley. We got to give this guy some more love. He's a demon out there, our quarterback.
I like him. I like
He
Jalen
locked
Petrie.
up Tyreek Hill.
Jalen Petrie's nasty in the run game. That's safety for him. And in coverage, too.
The success of this Texans team is going to be how that defense plays.
I agree.
The
waste
offense is shaky at times. The O line hasn't
Their
been that
O-line
great.
is bad.
They got some weapons on offense, but I mean they're
They
really
got-
going
they
to
got
need the
Chiefs
defense.
this week.
Their defense to
They're playing the Chiefs this week. They go Chiefs, Ravens, Titans. Man, 3 sneaky teams to end the year.
let's not put the Titans in there.
Well, they're their home team. They've been tough at home. The Titans
It's a
have.
matchup.
I mean,
They
they've
played good
covered
for the
point.
first half. Titans
They've
played good
covered
for
some
the
point
first half.
spreads at home. The Titans have.
They lost 10-6 at home against the Jaguars. Jimmy.
I'm
Come
just
on.
saying they've covered point spreads at
What
like
about the Bengals game last week?
Brother,
you know.
They lost by 10, but
Come
they had
on.
It's
27
it's.
points.
I'm just saying it's sneaky. I'm not saying they're gonna lose. I'm just saying you go in there thinking we got an easy game.
I mean, they might be resting their
Titans are still
starters
gonna
because
be-
they can't get any better playoff positioning. If you're used, because they've already won the division.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they
Are
will.
you gonna have a shot at the 1 or 2 seed? Probably not.
No,
Are
no.
you gonna risk one of your studs getting hurt playing a Dolus Titans team? I don't think so.
That's fair.
Yeah, so
That's
that might be why Tennessee wins, because
I mean, Tennessee doesn't. I mean,
Davis
like,
Mills will be
everybody
fine.
loves the top 5. I mean, they got a decent defense. And when I
They
don't
do.
know, man. I did after playing Kansas City, and then
Yeah.
last game of the season, got to go on the road. One of those weird games, man. I don't know, dude. It's always kind of weird how some of those end of the season games with teams that are obviously only playing for draft
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
wild and funky.
we've seen
Throw
like,
the kitchen sink.
some
What are you playing
stats.
for?
Patriots teams lose out on the 1 seed. They go last game of the season. I go play like a 6-win Dolphins team that beats them in
Yeah.
Miami. So
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's just tricky. It's just tricky.
Tennessee, so off.
They're a dumpster fire. Fire their coach. Fire their GM. Whoever their GM is, who got rid of Derrick Henry and AJ Brown.
Yeah.
That guy needs
That
to.
guy.
Yeah. What are we even
Got
talking
rid
about?
of everybody.
This guy, his track record, trading AJ Brown to move up in the draft, just to draft a wide receiver that busted.
After they had
You-
an amazing season.
Yeah.
Then you trade Kevin Byard away for potato
Right.
chips.
Potato chips.
You let Derrick Henry walk,
And you
fire
trade the
Mike
best quarterback
Vrabel.
on your team to Green Bay for a future 7th.
This
Crazy.
guy, he's got to go.
Yeah, gotta go.
He's-
Rand Carthon? What are we talking about?
All right.
No guy named Rand is going to ever turn around a franchise.
Absolutely not. All right, my number 10 teams this week. It's a split. I'm putting the Rams and the Broncos in here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tied.
Both teams
Both teams deserve
got
it.
into some ugly
I kind of
games
put the
and their
Broncos ahead of the
defense.
Commanders right now. I think they're playing some better defense. They're more well-rounded.
Commanders had it.
I think the
outplayed.
Commanders
I
have a
think
better
the-
running game per
Jaden
se.
Daniels did take back the Rookie of the Year.
He did. He did.
He looked really good there, making some off-schedule
He
plays and everything.
That's an unbettable market too. I looked at that as well. He's like minus 5,000 to win Rookie of the Year.
I think the reason the Rams and the Broncos are lower is because they got into some uglier games. The Commanders this week, they got caught with their they kind of let their foot off the gas, let the Saints catch up to them. Whereas the Broncos and Rams had to really rely on those defenses. But both teams got some sick defenses. Denver, their strength is going to be however far this defense can take them. It's pretty good. It's sick, but we got to
Playoffs.
defense wins championships.
Playoffs, dude. That's a scary team going because they're gonna. What are you playing for? You have rookie Bo next. Nobody expected the Broncos to come in.
Most
and play
people
this.
have us as like
They
a
were a
4-win
write-off.
team.
I said 6. I said 7 and 10, maybe 8 and 9.
The Broncos were 31st.
Right.
Second
They were
to
pretty
last.
low.
And a lot of when they were ranking rosters, we were ranked as the worst roster in the AFC,
Yeah.
and we were like 30 or 31st in terms of like ranked worst.
This is a
roster
big
by Pro
Thursday
Football
night game, man.
Focus.
We'll get into it when we do our pickup and everything, but
Big game.
it's a big game on Thursday, dude. I'm
It
pumped for
really
you, man.
is. It really is.
I'm pumped for you.
We've
Are
been
you
going
going?
for a while. It's in LA.
Oh, it's no idea.
So I'm not going.
You're not gonna jump on the PJ, brother, and
Yeah, come on
the
now.
MBR PJ, dude. And
I'm
be like,
actually,
you know what?
actually, I'm hitting the road as soon as we
Right
get done
after.
here.
Yeah,
We're
he's
We're
starting.
driving out.
He's putting the
Flying
film
out.
out on 6th Avenue. If you see Mercury, he's a nice boy. He's
Yeah,
a
right.
nice boy.
Pick them up.
I'll give you some gas money.
All that, much more coming up. Military Broadcast Radio. Till the final whistle.
Okay.
You ever talk about my cheese heads again like that, and I'm going to
Yeah.
come and strangle you, dude.
Oh, you're gonna
That's
hate
right.
me.
I'm
in a second.
teasing.
That's
You're gonna
right.
hate me.
Oh no, you're gonna. So
What-
he's a
what did you say?
he's a Saints fan.
Okay.
Okay, and the Packers play the Saints on Monday Night Football. So
this coming
he's
Mon-
got
next
he
Monday?
he previewed it last. I tried to talk him into it last week. Like,
Okay.
hey, what do you got? And he's like, no, I'm saving it for.
I was gonna
I'm
say-
saving it for Wednesday.
This is
It's a
awesome.
lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. We talk shit.
You are so how you and your dad. You have this all of this stuff in your head. I'm just like I'm in awe. You
Yeah.
and your dad.
I'm a nerd. I love sports.
I know you do,
Big
but
fan.
you guys, you know, you guys can retain so much.
And honestly, I like the fact that like Caveman, how old are you?
21.
You know what I mean? Like on the Mercury, how old are you?
25.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
and they're like they're like mini me's, dude.
yeah.
You know,
I
I'm
know.
like
There's,
I'm
yeah,
like, just so I like it, man. It's fun.
it is.
You guys having fun yet?
Oh
we
my
need
God,
to
that's
be on
awesome.
actual sports
I
radio
threatened.
'cause
I threatened.
there's a lot of trash out
You
there.
ever badmouth my cheeseheads again? I was gonna take him out.
Yeah,
Well,
she said she's gonna shave Caveman's head if the
You're gonna
Oh,
hate
yeah,
me
I'm
at
gonna
the end
listen
of the
to Monday.
show, I'm sorry.
he's
I'm
got
gonna
the
be
Saints
listening, huh?
and on our intro
They
too,
orange
he's got,
dyed
like,
it, and he has like Superman
Yeah, the
hair.
Saints
We
played the
orange
Broncos
dyed it, and
early.
it just flecked off. So
Yeah, the Saints played the Broncos earlier in the season.
Right.
They kicked their ass.
he might be another Samson. He might not be able to cut his hair off. Maybe all the knowledge will go away. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
it shows all the
Mercury's
sports
girlfriend
lines
came
inside.
in and sprayed painted his hair orange, and he had to have orange hair for a week.
Oh, that's
Our
Wow.
game on Monday night because we're military, right? So you like PT. So we're doing. You have to do 10 push-ups for every point that whoever loses. The difference. You
okay.
have to do 10 push-ups for every point that you lose by. So if
Every
the
10
Packers
points
win
or
by
points?
7 points, he has to do 70 push-ups. Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were doing 10 points for every,
How
or
fun.
10 push-ups for every.
You sit here and laugh at these guys.
Oh, hey, you put the.
There.
All the time, just not in front of him.
Well, no, you can't. No. You can't do it in front of them.
I think that's more.
This is
Have-
I was thinking like.
Now,
the-
do you guys,
like the
do you guys
Packers
have
scored
Roku?
26 points.
Because
That's
Oh yeah, we got
26
Roku. I got Roku. Yeah, I just haven't put it on.
Oh.
I gotta watch it on TV.
What do you want to do?
I mean,
Because you're gonna
I'm
lose.
whatever.
They're
Most likely.
You're gonna lose by 3
That's
touchdowns.
I have to
I'm gonna
say-
give my prediction. I'm gonna let you tell them what's actually gonna happen. That's how the pick.
Well, there's
I like it. Dude.
I love the confidence came in, but I think like the Packers are probably gonna hang 40 on them.
We got-
Dude, Spencer Rattler like having to go start in Lambeau on Monday
I
Night
think the last
Football
time we
in
checked, it was
December.
like
51. I mean, what do you guys want to do when we come back?
Um,
NBA Cup was yesterday.
It was
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It was
anybody
Page
watched it
has
though.
probably 90
Real
days.
quick.
Like they were blasting the NBA Cup during the NBA Cup on ESPN.
Oh no! That's
it wasn't even that
some
competitive. Like,
People were literally leaving the game.
Remember, let's just talk about what it would be like.
I have.
I thought this was supposed to be this like great
Yeah.
competitive thing. It's like a basically
Yeah,
a
okay,
blowout
okay.
win.
You know, and do pictures and stuff. He was always the first
We're in
one.
the dog days of the season.
The dog days.
His dad's just 23 years.
He was telling me.
I knew that.
Right.
While he was out, I mean.
We are back.
See?
We are
What
back.
up,
We
what
are
up?
live.
Hello.
Military Broadcast Radio to the final whistle. Welcome to the Wednesday show. Boys, yesterday was the NBA Cup. I don't know if anybody watched it,
We are in the dog days of the season.
but the winner was the Milwaukee Bucks.
Giannis had a pretty
They
impressive
won.
triple double, 26, 19, and 10.
We are in the dog days of the season. Boys.
We are.
It is rough.
The NBA was like, hey, you know what? We're going to change the color of our courts and everybody's going to love us.
They did a better job this year.
I thought these were supposed to be more competitive games, but the Bucks won by 16.
Yeah, they went undefeated in the whole NBA Cup.
It was,
Darvin Ham. You'll never hear this sentence. Darvin Ham and undefeated. He's undefeated in the NBA Cup.
Doc Rivers, too. Oh, yeah, because he was the coach of
The Lakers.
the Lakers. That's right. And they won it last year.
He's
And the only reason
undefeated.
anybody watched it then because of LeBron.
You'll never hear that. You'll never hear Darvin Hammond undefeated.
That's
in the
crazy.
Central
I have a
Conference.
serious question. Were the
Never-
That's
Thunder even trying? They shot 15% from three. They were
Oh my
5 of
God.
32.
That's
And they
Yeah,
were
they're getting
33% from the field. Like
We
one of the
should've
better
said-
shooting teams in the league. They, like,
yeah,
don't
they
even-
were. They are.
They don't even like. How do you turn out this performance? This is supposed to be like a
It's
pseudo
a best-
playoff game, right? Like,
They wanted to be.
but
That's the idea.
yeah,
That stadium was like they did like a pull out off of like it was like the second quarter, the little bit that I did see. They like pulled out and they like messed up because they like went from courtside and like pulled out and then like showed like a 360 around the upper tent. Good seats still available, boys. Like
$5
nobody,
seats, man.
nobody in the upper deck. Like they have like all the lights going and everything.
They gotta have a grocery store deal on those tickets.
Yeah,
or
dude.
something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
spend $50 at Walmart. Here's a free ticket. Just show up and buy a beer, dude. Like I don't
Buy
know
a
what's
Sbarro
I don't-
pizza,
yeah.
got free tickets to the-
I just don't know if this is the
Yeah.
this was the moneymaker that they thought it was going to be.
NBA
At
is
least
missing
not
some
this
drama.
year.
Yeah,
The NBA is missing some drama, man.
there hasn't really been anything like juicy, like any big storylines. I mean, like we've got like
They don't want to upset the Karens, bro, that go to those games, man.
I mean, like we're in this point of the season where you got like even like hardcore hoop heads like Jimmy High Roller, like he's not making videos
Yeah.
about what's going on in the season. He's talking about is Jokic having the best peak of all time? Like why we're having all time conversations in the middle of the season?
Yeah.
That's off season talk. What
Right. Or
it's-
at least closer to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, or an MVP, sort of like you're cementing an MVP season, which is kind of funny because he's just like the most basic and bland NBA player. He just, I don't know, has some freaking fundamentals. You know what I mean? You know what we really need in the NBA? We need to start shooting off road flares in these games. Because I'm watching videos of like Greek national games that are like tier 9 basketball games. And those games are absolute. I can't even pronounce
Yeah.
3/4 of the names on the floor.
Just add a
And
little
they're
something.
electric, dude.
Reed
Add a
is
little something.
eating
They're playing hip hop
the NBA
music.
alive.
They're shooting AK-47s in the stands.
Yeah.
We need that in the NBA.
Well, it's just like it's so expensive to get tickets to a lot of these games.
True that.
And then, like, if you want to watch it on TV, like, oh, it's your team's not on
It's blacked
ESPN or TNT.
Blacked out.
Sorry, you got to pay, like $80 to get
Yeah.
a week pass.
Bring back the old school NBA on NBC, baby. Round ball roundup.
Yeah.
Classic.
There's
Bob
a funny
Costas
clip.
in the morning,
Oh yeah.
Mike Bree in the evening.
Oh yeah.
Let's get it popping, boys.
Here's a funny clip. Just listen to how excited this announcer is. It's a nice lob, a nice poster lob. Honestly, he dunks it on his head. Just listen to how excited this announcer is.
That's
Here's
another
falling
problem.
asleep.
Dude.
The
Like,
crowd,
it's about-
that was a high school crowd, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing college games with more attendance and enthusiasm.
And
That's what's
because
killing
there's
me.
high drama.
Yeah.
There's some actual rivalry there. You know,
We gotta, like we can't get more casual fans and lower income fans to the game to the games to bring some energy and excitement.
Yeah.
Because everything's so expensive for them. It's
yeah.
it's hurting your league. It's hurting the environment and the atmosphere.
It's
And then there's
because NBA when there's like that high drop, dude. When Michael Jordan was playing Patrick Ewing in the Garden, it was high drama.
we don't have any.
We couldn't. We skipped school to watch those games that started at 6:00 at night.
I think every good sports
You know.
league needs some villains
Something.
too.
We
Somebody
do
to
need
hate.
villains.
some
We do need
panache.
villains.
Some panache, boys.
I mean, like the NFL, we got the Chiefs. People have all been hating the Steelers for decades. And, like, they've
Warriors.
always been.
73-9 Warriors were very hated. We
Right.
had a villain. LeBron is always hated. I mean, LeBron, and now it's like, can you really even have him in the conversation of being a villain of the league at this point?
Oh no,
Like, no.
no, he's not.
Maybe back when KD left.
He was a
OKC,
villain when he left his team to go to Miami. Like, how is that? I don't know.
We've had it before in
Right.
the modern era.
Right. Shaq left Penny Hardaway in the Orlando Magic to join the LA Lakers. Like the ultimate, like his Shaq dominated. He was the best player, the most dominant player in the NBA at that time for a decade. And you leave Penny Hardaway. You know what I mean? And then you go to like the evil empire and Dr. Jerry Buss and the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, and they don't really have anybody there because Kobe Bryant, rookie, 1996. They get Shaq in 1997. You know, from the Orlando Magic.
I'm a little disappointed. I really thought Anthony Edwards could kind of start, filling that role because he kind of has this like cocky, arrogant vibe to him.
He
He was
does,
like
yeah.
disrespectful to home crowds, but like also he was a baller on the court. And he was like so hard to
We
stop.
need some middle finger guys.
Yeah,
Some anti-establishment, that sort of thing. Because that's what it was,
right.
Gerald
At
Wallace,
least for early in the season, like some guys
Dennis Rodman,
you can like even when like the
middle
games
finger
are
dudes,
even when it's like a kind of meaningless regular season game, a guy you can watch and you hate, and root against, or just something to drive.
All
up.
these guys are friends, and
The
they all just go to the
States.
barber shop and just
Right.
we really I don't mean to say it like this because I don't want it to be just like justified. We really need somebody to come in and just punch somebody in the face and wake somebody up, just like one little. I'm not talking about throwdown sessions or nothing like that, making the game what it isn't, because we still want to show the importance of athleticism. When the game's open and it's kind of insane to watch the NBA when both teams have half-court offense in motion and they're showing their athleticism. But every now and then, like third quarter with 8 minutes left, hey, let's bring these scrappers out on here and let's see some, I'm not going to say street ball, but like sort of more like hardcore basketball. Because there's the purists love that stuff. Me versus you. You know what I mean? Take shooting out of it. Take all the crap that Steph Curry does. Let Steph Curry go up for a layup and get his legs taken out one time and watch how fast the NBA changes.
I gotta say for dude,
You know?
Amber says congratulations.
for
thank
regular
you,
season
Amber.
basketball, when I'm like watching my team
Appreciate you, Amber.
versus just watching some random game, it's like two different sports.
It really
At least
is.
when I'm
Man.
watching the Nuggets, like I got that intensity of want my guys to win. But like, dude, I'm like tuning into Thunder Spurs. And I'm like, wow,
There's nothing here.
I'm just like not. I can't even care that much. It's like a totally different
It
sport.
really is. And then the playoffs come and it's like this half court. Nobody.
Right.
It's passing. There's a little bit more, and you're like, okay, like this is
Right.
where it's at.
I mean, like
Hard
when
fouls.
playoff basketball
They
starts.
let it go
oh
a
my
little
God,
bit more.
It's
It's not
electric.
even the same game.
Dude, like it changes
really not.
so much.
It's way different. You know?
Just the simple fact, like a team gets down the half court on a fast break, they might not have the numbers, and whoever has the ball slows down and waits, and they run a play. And
Yeah.
that just doesn't happen right now.
Right.
They're just going and taking a dump shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Chuck
even.
and duck, baby.
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to pad their stats.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other
So
night
they
the
can do
Celtics shot 93 pointers.
Yeah.
I think they.
It was
Swear
something.
to God.
It was something stupid.
Swear
Like
to God, they shot 93 pointers the other day. You got to look this up.
Yeah. I mean, the Emirates Cup, man, we had 72 combined 3-pointers shot.
that's kind of nuts, too.
It's
72 3. Dude, I remember games where, like, if you shot a 3, the fans would boo you. Dunk the basketball. Go hit somebody. Go get a steal.
I see it a lot where it's like we're getting like teams are getting like mismatches inside where it's like, oh, you got like a center on a small forward or a guard, like
Karl Anthony Towns can't back down anybody.
right, like let me just back him down, like get at least an easy layup or a dunk, but now it's like let's kick it out to a guy that shoots 31% and brick end of possession.
Yeah.
Back down the other way on defense.
Down the other way.
My dad's always my dad's sort of like a get off my lawn kind of guy, especially with basketball. He hasn't watched basketball in forever. But he always would tell me, like, on the phone, he's like, the 1980s Celtics. And, like, I don't even go that far back with, like, my basketball, modernization of, like, this era. But he'll be like, dude, he's told me a million times, he's like, dude, you know what Robert Parrish would do to guys in the paint in this era with no talent?
Mm-hmm.
He would score 55 points a game. Like, the most tier 5 player in the 80s would dominate in today's era because he has the space and the time, and he's not going to get hacked. He's not going to get his legs taken out. He's not going to get punched in the face.
All for the offense.
You
All
know,
for the offense to shoot a 3.
Like I think it would be.
if Larry Bird shot 5 threes in a game, mark it on your calendar. It's not going to happen again.
Like I think it would be different with those guys in the playoffs because like everyone starts to try.
Then it does.
But
One
like,
of your athleticism, that's where I
like,
agree.
But in the regular season, yeah, like we'd see these guys that like nobody wants to play defense in the regular season because like I'm watching that Nuggets Kings game and it was a pretty good game. It was close.
Entertaining, yeah.
There's a little bit of a rivalry kind of brewing there. It's just
Sure.
like the Sabonis versus Jokic thing.
For sure.
You know? So that was one of the better games that I've seen this year. But even and there was a little more intensity in that one.
Is
And
De'Aaron
even
Fox
still-
playing?
Yeah, he was. He was. Oh my God, dude.
He's a beast, bro.
We
Most underrated guard in the league.
he was
He's
out
one of
there.
the most underrated.
Dude, he was out there when like Julian Strawford and Hunter Tyson were out there. He was abusing those poor
He was
guys.
killing it.
Dude, those poor kids had no chance.
To add on to your point
But,
about defense, I do want to say, if the second leading blocks per game player right now is Walker Kessler, there's
Oh,
just
man.
we're not
Oh,
playing
man.
any.
Come
If Walker
on.
Kessler almost has 3 blocks a game, we're not
No.
playing any
That's it?
defense.
Oh,
Wendy's
man.
at 3.5 blocks a game, and then you got Walker Kessler 2.8.
Come
Dude,
on, guys.
Karl Malone averaged 7 blocks a game for a season.
That's only five years younger than his girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want. There's, fair arguments on both sides. Dominated when I watched basketball.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
dominated on the court.
Dominant.
Outside of that, we won't talk about that.
we're not
Separate
gonna.
the art from the artist.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we won't talk about what else we did today.
But back to what I was saying with that Kings and Nuggets game is, that was one of the more intense matchups I've seen. And there were still like times where it's just like, they like kick a ball over to an open shooter, and like the guy doesn't shoot right away. Nobody tries to even close. Everyone just stands there and like waits to see if the shot goes in. I'm like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, somebody
Box
can
out.
close. Somebody can close and get that. Like there were a number of moments where I'm like, it kind of just looks like everyone stops to see what happens on the shot.
Yeah.
We'll pull up YouTube real quick.
That's a reason Jokic is getting so many boards.
Right.
Like where he allowed like these like 23 rebound games.
James, yeah.
It's because he's like
He's actually just playing.
somebody.
He's going to the
He's
basket.
like, for God's sakes,
Fundamentals.
somebody get in box out and get in position. What are
Yeah.
we doing?
Yeah.
This is why a lot of it's my thing is coaching. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
early in the season, it's like not even really accountability is not really an issue on the teams early in the season. It's like the Wizards won 5 games.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that all they have right now?
they've won 5 games.
Oh my god.
They're getting Charles
Fold the
Barkley.
franchise.
Charles Barkley's calling them an embarrassment to the league.
Fold
after
the
their
franchise,
offseason
dude.
play.
Fold the franchise and let that talent go. You know what I mean? Half the league just needs to go away and let all that talent go to
Dude,
the
right?
team.
Like the Wizards, the Hornets.
You know,
When have those teams ever been relevant?
I like Paolo Banchero, and I'm a Florida boy. Magic need to go away.
Yeah. The Trailblazers, like
Yeah.
that team's like never really been that relevant. They went to like
They won a championship in the '70s
Western Conference
With-
Finals
with-
with Dame one time. I was
You know,
Let me read
with
this.
Bill Walton, the man. Rest in peace.
These are just some video titles from awful coaching recently, and he's not even talking about players anymore. It's mainly coaches. So here we go. Here's one. Taylor Jenkins is the worst basketball coach than Stormy Daniels versus the Lakers.
Oh
That
no.
was 2 days ago. Got Greg Popovich is why I never feel horny anymore versus the Timberwolves. Steve Kerr is why Kamala Harris lost the popular vote versus the Mavericks. Utah Jazz coaching staff is why cousins end up having sex with each other versus the Suns. Tyronn Lue should have been aborted in the fetus versus
Oh,
the Nuggets.
oh my god.
We're a
The
family. We're a
entire
family show
video.
here. We're a family
The
show.
entire video. He's calling the coaches of the
You
team
know what I mean?
mentally challenged individuals.
I
It's
see
so
it.
messed up. It's
I see
hilarious.
that.
though,
Like-
because he's just ripping in.
As a head
He's not
coach, though, like you see your guys like start taking possessions off in like close games, and you're like,
What are you doing?
why are you not irate?
Like
Yeah.
this Jazz Suns game, they were up like 58-38 at one point.
You're not
And they
irate because
lost.
there's no violence or physicality where you're going to get laughed at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the, if you lost the game by 25, nobody cared because if you won like the physicality battle, we remembered that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's an aspect to this where like you can bring in and allow players to it's all in how it's officiated. You can control a game with some physicality here. You know what I mean?
Easy.
How about
There's
we
a lot
start
of these guys
incentivizing these guys behind closed doors? Not like a bounty system, but like, hey man, maybe not so many easy free lanes to the basket or wide open threes without a closeout.
Half the time, it's
$100
because
fines
they
if you don't
can't
close
even
out.
They can't even guard a screen half the time, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, think about it. Have you ever in your life, when have you ever been taught or told in basketball to go over a handoff?
Right.
When have you ever why are we seeing NBA players go over just a simple handoff?
You set a screen when I first started. A linebacker's coming, like you're gonna get ran through. They would never go under so where you can shoot that. We're gonna run right through that screen.
Yeah.
But it's a foul now. You can't do it.
You have to actually play some defense and ice a screen for it to be able to work. And the guy that's guarding the screener has to be up on his hip
Right.
to try and hedge for you a little
Exactly.
bit. Keep the guy away from the lane.
Right.
And whoever is guarding the person on the wing on the strong or the weak side has to play that lane a little bit for on help side.
Right.
And the person that's back down in the paint is
You
going
think
to
the
be able
NBA
to
should
rotate
change
to
the dimensions of
corner.
the court?
Honestly, no, because
Have you heard that argument though, where like they want to move basically take away the corner three and have the arc go into the benches and widen the court, you know, to take away that corner three and expand it by 3 feet and just expand out the
Oh, so
3-point
it's
line
not
by
like-
a foot, so there's no more corner threes. Because Lonzo Ball's entire offense, like he played in a game. I watched him. He finally came back from his wrist injury. He brought the ball up at half court. A guy took 2 steps towards half court. He passed it, dove to a corner, just stood there.
so pretty much just
That was
makes,
it.
like the
And I'm like, what are we even doing?
same distance as the wing is.
You
to
get
the
cussed
out of
out
bounds.
at 24-hour fitness if that's what you do.
Seriously.
Cut. There's no more, you know, I don't know, man. It's tough. And there's an argument on it. I was just wondering if you've seen it.
Yeah, and this is why it's hard for me to watch basketball when the football season's going on because
Yeah.
I mean we have some dog fights going on here. Like guys are fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
There's incredible calls
Because in the
games.
NFL, you're replaced.
Yeah, every week, and then
You
it's
know.
like I'm like, man, I don't have a ton of free time. Like, am I gonna want to waste 3 hours watching this? Like, it's such a crapshoot. Like, early basketball. Like, am I gonna even get a good game if I commit my time to watching this? I don't
Right.
know.
It
I
might
don't
even
wanna
end
risk
at
that.
It might even be a 1-possession game, and it still won't even really be that great.
Just turn games on in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not close, turn it right off. You waste
Yeah.
literally no time. If it's close, okay, we can watch this.
Well, I
The
don't have
Nuggets Kings. The final 90 seconds of the game was
It
amazing.
was good.
really.
But I'm
yeah.
sure the rest of it, I'm also a Nuggets fan. I'm going to be hyped anytime I'm watching it
Yeah.
just because I want them to win.
Exactly.
But it's different for the
Those
casual
Nuggets
fan.
playoffs games are awesome.
It's just different for the casual fan.
That was
And that's
pretty
why
good
the
basketball
ratings are
city.
It is.
I feel the NBA is like a little more entertaining.
Through the floor cratering, dude.
Yeah.
Like we're talking not just NASCAR now. We're talking like women's college basketball is rating over without Caitlin Clark. That girl from Iowa State played on ESPN the other day. That big girl, bro. It was like 5 million people watched that game, and like it was like the semifinal, the play-in or whatever, the Emirates Cup, and like way more. It wasn't even like they showed it on TNT. Like it wasn't even close. You know, but I do think the NBA is set up now so much better than it was. I mean, obviously no internet, no social media when I was a kid, but like the NBA is a perfect sport for clips and highlights on social media, where that's all you really need to see, because that's all it is. Like, oh, LeBron had 25 and 10, couple dunks and a 3. Yay, cool. You watched the game.
You know, like
because nothing else happened.
yeah.
You know, there was no.
Pretty much it.
LeBron didn't get into it with KD. Like in the 90s, if those dudes didn't have, a battle, like one of those guys is already out of the league. You're replaced. It's just they'll just move you out of the way.
It's
feel
like
bad.
it's like we call it the no fun league.
Also,
the
when-
NBA is the no basketball
Kind
association
of.
because they
Also-
You really need to
They
go
take
get one of
away
these
from
street
the game.
ballers that can really play.
like you can't even
That
trash
nobody-
talk now without
Right.
being technical.
Right.
Like
Also-
the game is just soft. Even the players,
Right.
when they try to like not like each other.
Yeah.
They just go shoot them up.
Oh, they
shoot 'em up.
they'll
Or
hand
they're suspended for 5 games if they like body check somebody.
they hand technicals out like candy on Halloween.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot who it was the other day, but dude,
Like if
he got
Draymond
ejected
Green
off
is
the
the
way.
number one enemy in basketball, excuse me, dude,
Right.
he's a nobody.
You kind of want your
What
villains to at least be good at the sport or and like
Jalen Brooks,
a threat to
horrible.
win. You know.
He's not a villain.
Right.
They're horrible.
No, right.
He's on the Grizzlies, man.
You know what
Like,
Draymond Green would have happened if he played the bad boy Pistons? What are we talking about?
I think that would
I
have been a
think-
war.
Yeah.
Bro, Dennis Rodman would have put him in a body bag, dude, and zipped it up at half court. Yeah, it was. It's not even the. It's so different. It's wild to me, dude.
I
It
think
really is.
once football's over, then we get through March
Yeah.
Madness.
Hopefully.
Like the NBA is going to start looking a lot better because
Oh yeah. Thank you.
like
Springtime. Once
There's
it
some
gets
dogs in
to
college
winter.
basketball too, man.
yeah.
There's some of these teams that, dude, you watch Houston and Alabama and Auburn play, bro. They want to make it. They want to make it a rock fight. Like they're winning games like in the 60s, low 60s, defense, scrapping, no easy finishes, covering the 3-point line.
The SEC just in general has been
Oh yeah.
A revitalization.
Florida's
really
still
coming
undefeated.
alive. Right now, they're looking like the best
Yeah.
basketball conference, which are like we don't see that.
It used to be
And
ACC, used to be Big Ten,
What was
Big
it?
East.
Big East.
Purdue,
Yeah,
and all
dude.
that.
If they brought that back, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're gonna start. UConn obviously won back to back, so that's like obvious. But old school Syracuse, Villanova's won in a couple. That's just a hotbed of talent, man.
Yeah.
You recruit those high school. You don't need to recruit AU kids. You can go to high schools in Philly. And obviously, we've seen UConn do it. Just go to those high schools in that area and get the number 1, number 2, whoever, because they've been battling each other. Put them all on the same team. We're gonna be putting in work, boys. Shout out Caveman.
Oh.
It's just what it is, dude. It's different. It is, dude. When you got that moxie, dude, that regional rivalry, it's different.
Compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, you compete a lot.
Your spot's to be taken.
You've heard all the stories.
Your boy's
about
gonna
that
take your
Philly
spot.
soccer team with Jalen Brunson and Mikhail
Yeah.
Bridges and
Shout out Dante
Josh Hart,
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
The stories about those practices and like that locker room
Yeah.
experience, it's exact. That's like there's no wonder that we're winning championships.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Hey.
just the recipe for success.
It really is, dude. Yep. Conquer and divide.
Chemical X competitors, like Powerpuff Girls.
Listeners
That
out
competitive
there,
spirit.
what are your thoughts on early season NBA action? It doesn't for us. It just doesn't match.
They can't hit yet.
the
Can't hit yet.
the excitement you get watching NFL games right now. And then like playoff baseball into like the heat of the NFL season, and it's just like this.
You remember when everybody called Kenny Smith nuts a couple years back when he said the NBA season shouldn't start until Christmas?
Oh yeah,
Remember that? And they were like, "You're an idiot, Kenny Smith," and he's like, "Actually, I'm kind of right."
he is.
The
Yeah,
WNBA is going to lose more money now because the ratings are so bad. It's like
Hard to not fathom.
bad marketing, bad coaching.
Yeah.
Can't even blame the WNBA, honestly.
No.
People are just stupid.
We've talked about it on the show before. Change where the season starts, dude.
magic.
Put them in their own thing.
Like basketball is like the newest sport to the American, but like to America's like cultural
It's the newest.
space. Yeah, like hockey's been around longer. We've had baseball. It's the oldest sport in America. Football's been going since World War One.
Right.
And college ball's been going since.
And that was the more
1800s.
popular thing over the NFL back in the day.
Yeah,
It wasn't even close. What was more watched?
I mean,
College football was like the most watched sport in the world.
it took like a couple decades for the NBA to like surpass horse racing.
Yeah. In my lifetime, games were on tape delay.
Right.
You know,
And I don't know. Like I like watching basketball. Playoff
I do too.
basketball
Playoff
is,
basketball is
is
awesome.
exciting.
yeah, it's amazing.
No, I just wish they would stop trying to like compete with older, more ingrained sports in American culture that are just
Yeah,
they're just gonna win.
Like baseball even has rivalries.
Yeah.
Baseball, they have bench clearing brawls in the fan.
Right.
They show it on ESPN. Nobody gets their panties in a bunch. Guys aren't getting suspended left, right, and Sunday. Yeah, we'll give you a game. Well, there's 162. Even if you give them a game in the NBA, there's 82 games, and you guys load manage anyway. Very real. Bro, John Stockton played 82 games a year, every year, 9 years in a row. And you wonder why he had 15,000 assists.
Pretty easy to rack
And
up
still
assists when you're doing that.
scored 17 points a game.
That's why I don't want the seasons to be shortened, because like there could be another player that comes in and is like, we could have the next GOAT in the future. Obviously, like it's up.
Right.
Like people are gonna pass each other, but I think if
Records
the
will
season
always be
gets
broken.
any shorter, like how are these records gonna be broken? How does somebody get past
That's a
15,000
good point.
assists if they're
That's a
not
great
playing
point.
it? Like they gotta have an 82 game season too to get past
Right,
that.
right.
Pretty much.
That's
and
true.
be better than John Stockton.
It's true.
I mean, I like
That's a
that.
very good
The
point.
idea of
Katie.
starting the season on Christmas, because then you're getting those like extra like 2 months. You're kind of
Your
ending
first games of the season are Christmas Day games.
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
take back because now the NFL's playing Christmas. Nobody's watching the NBA games on Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what
If
I mean?
there's football.
But if you start that season and you have a little bit of rivalry, these
That
two
little
players.
that competes. with
Remember
the
last
NFL.
year when this guy took his legs in, and they got into a little.
like
Oh.
the championship team against the team they beat in the playoffs. Like, oh, let's go. Like,
You know.
you know,
Oh, like imagine
Hype that up.
Celtics, Knicks this year in the play, or like even Pacers, Knicks first game of the year on Christmas. That would compete with last year's Raiders Chiefs game
Yeah.
on
no,
Christmas.
because like
100%.
The
that
NBA
would compete.
the NBA starting
100%.
The NBA
Ratings-wise.
starts
Totally.
their
No one likes the Chiefs. The Raiders suck.
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna watch
Yeah.
basketball over that.
the NBA is starting their season on a random Tuesday in the middle of October.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, people at work. I'm like,
Yeah.
busy.
Even sports betting, like in the NBA, is way lower than it, like the handle. Like I listen to a couple that follow the money market and all the sports. NBA is like tier 4. More people like to bet with like the player props rather than like the sides and totals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
That
because
is-
like nobody, it's easier to predict who's going to play. You know, I'll just go on. This guy might not play. No big deal. Go on to the next game. You know what I mean? Like they don't bet the money a lot. Like it's not like baseball and hockey. I mean, I know NFL is number 1, but in sports betting wise, it's not even. I mean, it's like 3-1 hockey over the NFL. Just because of the amount of games and how the totals, and it's like one of the biggest sports betting markets in the world is hockey totals. I could tell you something I saw last week. It's almost, in fact, like $180 million a day gets bet on hockey totals.
God.
Like it's really
Oh my
like a
God.
because Canada overseas markets now can bet on American sport. It's really a large. You're like, oh, how is that even possible? Because the NFL like Super Bowl games get like that, and they're betting that a day in hockey totals. It's kind of wild, dude.
I
It
don't
really
know
is.
that. Wow.
Oh, it is, dude. And so it's like you see like this revitalization in the NHL. Hey, there's rivalries. There's you can't fight really like that anymore in hockey, but you're allowed one.
You are, yeah.
You're allowed one. You know, my guy gets got. I'm allowed to get your guy. You see Connor McDavid and Alexander Ovechkin, Connor Bedard, they're throwing down. Cindy Crosby, they're all throwing down. The top guys aren't afraid to get nasty, muck it up a little bit.
That's why I think people are more willing to tune into hockey because, like, oh yeah, it could be a boring game, and all of a sudden here comes a fight. You know?
Right.
Crazy fight.
You know,
A highlight
I don't know how that
happens.
happened. Yeah.
Perfect for social media. Yeah, I'm not going to watch a Senators Bruins game. Like, who cares? But guess what? Brad Marchand cheap shot at somebody and got his jaw broke on live television. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Bring some hype.
it's just
Bring some hype in.
America and humans are nuts, all right? Like, we love all that overseas stuff. Like, we like violence and carnage, okay? I'm not saying you got to do that in the NBA, but like, man, allow me to stand next to somebody who's shooting a 3 and not have it be a foul.
Drama sells. You know, a little bit of
Fun fact.
a little bit of adversity. People enjoy that.
Bring back the hand check, NBA, please. Anyway, I digress.
Say believe.
Well, all right. That was a little good little tangent we got on. We're gonna head to another music break here. When we come back, it's in the pickup time,
Pick 'em.
and it's
My
crazy
favorite
week
segment.
coming up.
I can't wait to see what Caveman has on this.
Oh yeah, I'm dying to know
Big
what
Monday
he's
night.
got.
Monday
Saints
eight.
Packers Monday Night
Monday
Football. I don't know, man. My mom loves everybody. We'll find out though. Plenty more coming up. Military Broadcast Radio.
Okay, basketball is not basketball anymore.
No, it's not.
It's not the way it used to be. I grew up in old school basketball. Bullshit.
Like Hoosiers era basketball. You know what I mean?
They changed the game from Michael Jordan to get more people to start playing basketball and enjoy the game. And I've been following hockey for 64 years. I was 8 years old in my first hockey game. So, guys, mucking it up is part of the game. I
It's
had
part of the
his
game.
brother and his sister at a hockey game, bench clearing brawl between the Fort Wayne Comets and the Kalamazoo Wings. And oh my God, we were there until 2 a.m. trying to get the game over with.
Oh yeah.
Old fashioned
kept fighting?
IHL hockey.
It's fighting, dude. That's what we used to do, bro.
But this is not
When
basketball.
I first started watching hockey,
I'd rather watch
Dynamite
high
hockey
school
games-
and college basketball than this NBA crap. That's not
yeah,
basketball.
college by far, I think, is better.
Okay,
basketball
I
product.
spoke. You guys are
For
having.
sure.
This is great. I love this.
It's just one.
In college, man, like you see those kids battling, dude. Like you're playing for a conference. There's like sort of like a
Yeah.
bigger picture.
Watching some of
College.
those Regis games, dude, they were competing. They had some good games where people like storming.
I've
off
been
the
to a
court
DU
yelling.
game. I went to a DU Pioneers versus like North Dakota State, and like North Dakota State was putting the work on DU, and it was still like a fun, entertaining game.
Yeah,
You know,
DU's not even all that great at basketball.
they had a kid. He was a point guard. He went like the G League. He played overseas. It was like I think it was like he was like a black kid. And they got him from like a transfer from like Wyoming, and he was pretty good. He was a bucket getter, dude. Like small point guard, could let it fly, like tough, like kind of like a kid from like the inner city or whatever. And he transferred from like Wyoming. He just wasn't getting playing time. He was like a sophomore. He was a dog, dude. He was fire. I mean, played North Dakota. It was just a bunch of white kids jacking threes, and it was just like him just dribble, driving to the paint, like dunking, getting and ones. You know, but even that game was like scrappy because like he'd go on like a 10, like I think he finished like 35 points, and he would go on like these crazy like 4, 5, 6 point stretches, and North Dakota State just shoots threes like left, right, and center, and like the game was but DU lost by like 18, but it always seemed like the game was kind of close because this kid would just go and get 4 or 5 buckets like all back to back to back.
So who likes the NBA the most here? Or who knows history of the NBA?
Yeah, I definitely know.
Shut up, Patrick.
But like, I mean, they're pretty
Okay,
good, but
all
like,
We're both pretty. I think we're
Yeah.
probably more basketball fans than.
Okay,
than
all
me
right.
for sure.
Who were the Detroit Pistons before the Detroit Pistons?
Oh, there's no way.
Oh yeah.
What the team was called before that?
Who were the Detroit Pistons before they were the Detroit Pistons?
What year did they become the Pistons?
I'm sorry.
What year did they become?
I
the Pistons?
I don't know.
I can't tell you that. That wouldn't even be helpful to you in the getting the answer.
I don't think it's a mascot that's like used anymore. Or
Let me help you out. Detroit Pistons. Detroit acquired the Pistons. The Pistons actually came from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah.
There was a company. There was a family.
You gotta go back to the 40s.
Zollner Pistons. There was a family there who made pistons for semi trucks, and he owned the Pistons. Detroit came because they were getting older, wanted to buy them, and he goes, "I'll sell it to you." So I got to stop. Okay, you put it on the headphone. But he said, "I will sell the team to you, but that you have to keep the Piston name." But the Detroit Pistons were
You
the
see
Fort Wayne
Kyle's comment.
Zollner Pistons from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thank you very much. And I'm a girl.
I didn't know that one actually.
And I don't drink, and I wouldn't have to buy another drink.
You see Kyle's comment.
I was up there during this song.
I love this.
We are back. We are live till the final whistle. Getting a history lesson from my mom about the Detroit Pistons back in 1941. Coming to Zollner Pistons. Kyle, number one commenter, number one arch enemy of till the
Number
final
one
whistle.
hater, man.
number one hater, dude. Like, he hates us, pain and misery. Can you just crown me the first place winner in the Pick'em League? It's been nice sitting at the top all.
You've been getting lucky.
I mean, Caveman, how have you not put like metal shards in this guy's coffee? Like, what are we doing, dude? Like,
Getting lucky.
we need some
Let's say
sabotage,
something.
brother.
He's getting lucky.
Super
Roll off the
glue.
game, yeah.
Super glue his phone into like lock mode so he can't like open it up, bro. You know.
So it's always off.
There
Can't
you
log
go.
in to run your pool.
Can't even.
anymore.
Don't even like let him log in.
Giving me ideas now. Kyle.
You know, it's like,
You're
come
done
on.
for.
He is. He's got 10 wins over the next closest people. I got caught by I know nothing in Rogers' Revenge.
I've
I
had a
goofed
couple
around
awful
too much.
weeks. Yeah, I tried to pick up.
I picked way too many upsets and
Yeah, same here. I think I had like 5 wins.
underdogs. Yeah, I think I had 10, but it was.
I picked the Bears over the Lions, dude. But I needed to make up something.
I went
Yeah.
with like the Panthers, the Browns.
I did go with the Panthers too, and the Browns also. Yeah.
The Dolphins, like all big underdog teams. I picked
Yeah.
them. I should have picked the Seahawks. I don't know what that I was thinking.
Yeah,
I-
I picked the Packers.
Don't bet against Jimmy's Packers, man. But Kyle,
We're a
yeah,
wagon
he's
at the end of the year, man.
good. 150 wins on the season, 10 win advantage of the next closest people here. The Cheese, man. I know nothing. And Kyle all had the crazy weeks last week, all going 14-1. I was 11-4.
Dang, 14-1.
Yeah,
Wow.
They all only missed one, so
Good stuff, though, man. That's
those
good
guys
stuff.
are killing it. So we're gonna get into the picks this week, though. I'm gonna take it a little more seriously. We're gonna actually not too many underdogs and upsets this week because that kind of burned me. It's like all 4 of my losses were
Yeah.
picking underdogs.
Yeah.
Did for me too.
You
picked
gotta
the
go
Browns.
with a few upsets, but
We all picked.
Especially when you're picking, and you're so far behind, you got to make up, a couple picks.
I am Thursday night. I gotta go with my Broncos. They're only 2.5-point dogs on the road going to LA.
I
I'm
actually
riding
got
with-
you guys here.
Yeah, I'm riding with my guys here because like I said, I'm picking them until they show me a reason I shouldn't. Something to keep in mind: Surtain banged up. Will Riley not Moss be good with the knee? Going to be certainly interesting to see how our secondary looks and what the injury report is looking like for that. In fact, I got it right here on covers. The Chargers have a ton of guys hurt though, which is good for us. Riley Moss is going to be out. Brandon Jones, he's got an injured abdomen, so he's a little bit of a question for game time. So these are secondary, a little banged up. Who knows what's going to go on there? But Herbert's dealing with an injury. They're going to be missing Will Dissly for the Chargers. Jim Rager, he's out. Lad McConkey's questionable with a knee. Khalil Mack dealing with an injury. They're going to give him a rest game. Joey Bosa's dealing with a hip injury. Trey Pipkins, he's going to miss this game, nursing an injury. Denzel Perryman is questionable with a groin injury. So Denver's coming in as the healthier team. Don't have a ton of depth, and it'll be interesting to see how we adjust in that game plan with our couple of key guys in our secondary banged up a little bit. But I'm going with the Broncos still. We're gonna take them here. Next game, we got Kansas City.
Broncos too there.
They're hosting the Houston Texans. Texans 2.5-point road dogs. I honestly think you gotta rest Patrick Mahomes with that ankle. I imagine Carson Wentz should start. He should start, in my opinion. Looking at the injury report here,
Both are really banged up.
Yeah.
The Texans, oh my god.
they don't have Mahomes listed on the injury report here. We'll see. DJ Humphrey, he's going to be out, so big. That's a tackle that's out for the Chiefs. That's going to be pretty big for them. Mahomes not listed. It'd be kind of surprising if he does play. If you're the Texans, though, You got Joe Mixon. Looks like they might be resting him a little bit. He's dealing with an injury. We'll see if he plays. Nico Collins does have a bit of an injury he's dealing with. He was a limited participant. We'll see if he plays. Tunsil also banged up. Nico Autry, he's dealing with an injury. Dylan Scruggs, offensive lineman for the Texans, he's going to be out. Couple more guys on the line. Broker and Green for the Texans, questionable. They got Jalen Hill, or Jamal Hill rather, for the Texans. He is questionable for knee injury. Both teams got some injuries going into this. Mahomes not listed on the report, but
Full
Does have
practice participant yesterday.
does have that ankle injury. I mean, if I'm in Kansas City, I try to give them one game, but I guess they're gonna let them roll with that. It's just like it would make sense to me to like have them sit while you have a home game against the Texans because you got to go to Pittsburgh next week, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I am taking the Texans in this one though. We're rolling with Houston. Who do you guys got?
I'm going Chiefs, man. They just find a way to get lucky every time. They find a way to get lucky, man. We got to make you come back on, Kyle. We got to stop messing around. My
I just
one
see-
pick.
As much as I'd want to pick Houston, the Dark Magic, man. If Jameis can't overthrow the Dark Magic,
God's
KC at home, I mean, that's just a tough. I don't know. I probably just got to
Here's the
pick
thing.
KC just to.
Humphreys is out. The tackles they brought him in to shore up the tackle position. That's been real shaky all year for Kansas City. Now you got a pretty good pass rush trio there on the edge with Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. I think Mahomes on a bad
true.
ankle.
Oh
He
yeah, I
has
forgot
mobile.
about that.
I think that can play to the Texans' advantage.
The point spread is 2.5.
Their secondary is still the secondary for the Texans is pretty healthy. It's just their trenches are a little banged up. I like Houston to get a win here. So
Plus 132 on the money line.
I'm taking Texans here. I can understand why you guys don't want to pick against the Chiefs.
It's not a bad pick. I just can't.
Yeah.
They
All right.
Yeah.
Ravens, Steelers here. I'm going with the Ravens.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, they got beat last time in Baltimore. In Pittsburgh. Now they're hosting the Steelers. This seems like one of those classic years when the Ravens and the Steelers split 1-1 and the home team wins the matchup. So give me Baltimore.
Baltimore 6.5 on the point spread.
TJ Watt. I'm gonna look at the injury report real quick, but he did get hurt late at the end of that game. And the all time the Steelers are 1-11 when TJ Watt does not play.
Wow. Dude, the Steelers are 8-2 in head-to-head matchups in their last 10.
They've been pretty good.
You know, they won this year.
They did, yeah.
You know, they beat them last year twice.
A lot of guys actually here dealing with some injuries. Najee Harris, Cam Hayward, Mike Williams, Patrick Queen, George Pickens is going to miss another game.
Is he really?
He is, yep.
What happened to him? Is he at the protocol?
It's a hamstring.
Hamstring. Yeah, those are always tricky.
The hammy.
Yeah.
Deshaun Elliott's going to be out. So, a couple of key guys out on both sides of the ball.
Mike
TJ
Tomlin
Watt.
gets those guys ready to play.
I just don't know if TJ Watt's going to play.
Yeah. I probably got to go Baltimore.
I'm taking
I
Baltimore.
probably got to take Baltimore.
Next matchup, Cleveland at Cincinnati. Give me the Bengals. They
I was gonna
honestly
take
put
the
themselves
Browns.
back in playoff position here.
They really did.
I mean,
With Indy and the Dolphins both losing.
they do have some tiebreakers. They would need to run it out and everybody will lose out. Miami losing last week helped them out a
It
lot.
did. I think at home against Cleveland,
If
They
they
should be
sneak
fine.
into the 7th seed, dude, that's a scary 7th seed.
for sure.
And
Because
9-8
they're going to have to win out, so they're going to be coming in the playoffs hot.
with a lot of momentum.
Oh,
They're going to be rolling.
oh,
They're already
Broncos
rolling.
have to
They're
play them
losing.
next week. That makes me nervous.
It's in Denver.
It's in
In
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Man,
Yeah.
dude. Knock out your competition. Yeah, because if you win, you knock them out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard
you
losses
win,
are
they're
out. You know what I mean? Dang, dude, that's kind of crazy, bro.
I was like beating the Chargers would be huge though, because then if we drop that game, but we beat the
Right.
Chargers,
that
that's
sort of washes, and you're
Yeah.
still in that 6th seed.
the Chargers would be the ones at risk of getting jumped by what's their name, the Bengals.
Bengals, yeah.
All right, our next matchup here: Giants at Atlanta. I guess give me the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons are gonna win like
Let's go
15 to 9.
Penix. Let's go Penix.
I just don't know, like whoever the quarterback is going to be for the Giants. I think it's just their downfall.
They might score 8.
Tommy DeVito and Drew Lock are both hurt, so like Tim Boyle.
No way, really?
He came in at the end of the game against the Ravens.
I didn't even watch that game though.
How
It
does
was
he stay on a
it was
team?
over at halftime. The Ravens were like
Yeah.
28 to 0.
Nothing, yeah.
How does he stay on a team?
So
That is
I'm
crazy.
going with the Falcons.
A-Rod. A-Rod. That's it. That's his friend. And he's playing for a freaking New York team. What do you mind? You know.
Yeah.
It's going to be an
Talking about
ugly game that the Falcons are going to win because the rookie quarterback going up against a pretty ferocious pass rush.
Yeah, totally.
And not too bad. Like a secondary that is at least respectable in some regards. They got some players back there. So,
Yeah.
but home field advantage and the Giants are just such a dumpster fire that I'm going to
Yeah,
give
let's
the
go
edge to
Penix. Let's go Penix.
to the
8.5
Falcons.
point favorites are the Atlanta Falcons. I think that's a little bit too much.
That's high.
That's
for
That's a
having
pretty
Way
high.
too
That's a
much.
pretty high point spread. Minus 425 on the money line for the Falcons, which I cannot trust. 8.5. That's a lot of points, dude, for a crap team that.
Stay away from that.
Yeah, I'm
Easiest
staying away
pick of
from
the
that.
week: the Buffalo Bills hosting the New England Patriots. Yeah, give me that. Bills by 20.
That spread is 14, so yeah, Bills by 20 for sure.
Could be another blizzard game.
Yeah.
Detroit going to play the Chicago Bears. Detroit desperately needs a win. Chicago's a punching bag of the North. I'm going with the Lions, even though they're banged up.
Yeah.
And it's in Chicago. The Chicago's also just a dumpster fire.
They're
They can't
bad.
do anything.
It's a bad team playing bad football in a bad stadium
Just
with a bad owner,
horrendous.
bad coaching, with bad players. It's
I think
a
The
bad
Lions
thing. All
we'll finally be able to get some pass rush generated, with that, how terrible Chicago's offensive line.
Give me one bright spot for the Chicago Bears, though. Some positive, like name one thing where you're like, that's good.
Montez Sweat's a pretty good pass rusher.
That's it.
He has
Yeah.
2 sacks this season.
Jalen Johnson's all right. He was making some
Jalen
plays,
Johnson is all right.
Yeah.
But Sweat gives the Bears nothing.
Romo Dunze looks like he's got some
He's
potential.
okay. Yeah.
But-
Yeah, you're right about Jalen Johnson. I do like him. That's a good point.
All right.
Not much though.
Not much, though. Yeah,
Just a proven point.
it's a short list.
So this is the stoppable object or stoppable force meets movable object. Tennessee Titans versus Will Levis versus Indianapolis and Anthony Richardson. Maybe it might be Mason Rudolph. Who knows? On one side of the ball, we're going to see the quarterback have a 33% completion percentage. The other quarterback's going to have 7 turnovers.
Give me the Titans, dude.
It's in Indy. Colts need a win. I'm going to go with Indianapolis.
I'm going Titans just because it's Indianapolis. They have nothing too, so it's like and just give me the underdog.
Fair enough.
Division team, 2 crap teams. I'll take the underdog. Those crap teams win those close games in the division. And then they're like last 10, like they played the Indianapolis Colts pretty good. They're 6-4 in their last 10 head-to-head
Indians
matchups.
are too much at the end.
So
Good point there. All right, Arizona going to Carolina. You know what? I took you last week, Bryce Young. I believed you, and you let me down.
yeah,
Am I crazy for going with you again this week? No, I'm not, because I'm going with the Cardinals.
I like it. I like it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it.
Arizona 3.5 point favorites on the road. Team that definitely needs a win. Still alive. They're at 7-7 now.
Outside shot. They need some help.
Winning definitely helps. This game, you got to take care of business. One of those teams where I think they're going to be able to run the ball really well. Like Arizona's offense is humming when James Conner is going, and Carolina's run defense is just
Awful.
atrocious. Yeah, very bad.
It's non-existent.
Have you gone over the Rams and Jets game yet?
Not
No,
yet.
that's
Okay,
actually
so-
the one of the next ones up. So Rams and Jets. I'm going with LA. I know it's
Going
weird.
LA.
You got to go across the country
It's a weird matchup, but the
for
It
one
is.
game, but Rams are just. I think Sauce Gardner's going to get. I mean,
I'm gonna
bullet
do it.
died.
You're going with the
Don't
Jets,
do
man.
it, no, Jimmy.
We're gonna watch the show on Friday, and you're gonna change your pick.
Oh no!
Don't do it, Jimmy. Don't do
Jimmy,
it.
no,
I'm gonna do it.
Don't you dare.
don't pick Aaron on.
I'm
Don't.
doing it, dude. Should I do it?
No,
I'm gonna do it, dude.
No.
I'm gonna do it,
bro.
Don't do it to yourself.
No,
bro.
not the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers has a revitalization with Devontae Adams right now.
That's true.
I'm going. They're plus 145 on the money
Kyle
line.
says do it.
They're the home team. They're the underdog. I've been riding the
Do it.
Rams because the Rams. This is a game where like the Rams could win by 3 touchdowns. I wouldn't be shocked, right? If I told you the final score 38-17, no big deal.
That
Right.
makes sense. Yeah.
Going across the coast-to-coast game against a desperate team. Aaron Rodgers and his ego. Very good record against Matt Stafford in his career. Very good record.
It's true.
The New York Jets throw their record out of the way. The fighting New York A-Rods are going to wake up and play some football.
The Jets do like to wait until they're eliminated from playoff contention
Before they start
and then
playing
play,
games.
Like, really
Now they're
well,
out
I'm
yeah.
telling you.
2 back-to-back really good football.
They're
games.
Well, all
coming
they can do
in
is
with
hope
some
they draft
momentum.
it.
The LA Rams are probably going to take this game easy. It's a non-conference game for the Rams, so this doesn't hurt them in their playoffs. I'm going Jets, bro.
And that,
Oh.
Seattle's
I'm going
right on the
Jets.
tail.
I'm going +3. I'm going money line. Just a little birthday. How you doing? Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Sprinkle on the money line. Nothing crazy.
All right.
Some little Caesar's money.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Come on, Erod.
I can't trust.
If
him, so
I-
I'll go with,
I might run into oncoming traffic on the Monday Football Frenzy show if we lose.
I'm still going with the Rams, but I like
That's-
the
that's
confidence.
Just wait till we watch this documentary on Friday, and you're gonna change your pick by the end of the show. You're gonna change your pick by the end of
You
the show.
could. I probably could, man.
Halfway through.
Halfway through, just no, can't do it. I'm done. I'm out.
Jets.
As soon as I watch him put on that war paint to drink ayahuasca, I'm probably, bro, just sit in your sweet basement and just smoke some DMT, bro. You don't have to do all this extra shit. You're not gonna get your soul back. You already sold it.
Devils already got
The
that.
devil already got it, dude. He took away your superpowers, bro. You know what I mean? You're over here putting dots and shit on your forehead. Like, come on, bud. You know, your ancestors don't care about you.
Fellas, I cannot wait. If you haven't heard, Friday morning, in lieu of the Revel experience,
Oh
the
yeah.
A
Whistleblowers
special.
Oh, yeah.
will be back to do a live reaction to the Aaron Rodgers documentary. We'll be
On Netflix.
we're watching
We're
it,
watching it.
breaking it down,
We're gonna have the couch
scene
in
by
here.
scene with
Yeah,
you.
we're bringing the couch in.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be
That's
exciting. Don't
Friday
miss it.
morning.
Yes, it will be.
It was
Good way to
Friday
wake up.
Good way to start your Friday off.
Yeah, let's watch Aaron Rodgers do drugs on Netflix and talk about how introspective he is.
Throw herbs on his torn
Yeah.
Achilles.
Yeah. You get to watch him go into the darkness retreat, which lets me know, like, so you had a camera crew there. We just didn't know it. You just did that for publicity.
Was it really a darkness retreat if they're filming you?
Zero
the
chance
entire
that
time.
he stayed in that dark room that entire time without coming out.
Oh,
Zero
Absolutely.
chance.
he wouldn't do it.
Absolutely no chance. He did whatever he said, like 72 hours, no light, not even a pinprick of light. He said he overemphasized on McAfee, no light. So if you're gonna like try to convince me that there was absolutely zero light, all darkness, I for sure definitely don't believe it.
Bro did the photo shoot at the darkness retreat and got all the
Had a Netflix crew there.
yeah he got all the pictures and all the filming done. Everybody left and he's like, I'm gonna go hang out at my suite at the Four Seasons.
Zero chance. He stayed in that room for 3 days straight with no darkness,
There's no way.
with no light.
There's no way.
All right, guys. Eagles, Commanders for the division for Philly. They beat Washington.
Here they got.
They walk up to the East, and I think they do it. Washington's just They got a lot of holes,
There's-
and
yeah.
against this like
Really,
That
They got to
Eagles
play some
team.
desperate football, though, man.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely
sure.
got the Eagles, though.
they kind of victimized them last
Washington is only 3-point underdogs at home, which is pretty good.
time.
that is.
Certainly
But I really
interesting.
like Philly by a touchdown.
Me too. All right. I know you need the Vikings to lose this game against Seattle, but I'm not
It's
seeing
gonna be
it.
tough, yeah, especially if Geno Smith doesn't play.
Even if he's
Like
banged
Graham
up behind that offensive line with how much the
It's
Vikings
gonna be
blitz.
tough.
Like Graham Howell is a backup.
Sam
like,
Howell?
Sam Howell, yeah, whatever.
Commanders
Graham
guy
Howell,
from last year.
whatever his name is, yeah. Like, you know, it's tough.
A lot of injuries over here for the
That's rough.
Seahawks as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
They're going to be without Jarek Reed. He's hurt. They got a doubtful corner in Artie Burns. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are both dealing with injuries. Same with Newuso. He's dealing with an injury. Kenneth Walker is doubtful again. Hankins is
Yeah.
dealing with some injuries. Forsyth, he's going to be out with a hand injury. Michael Dixon got banged up in their last game.
Jeez.
That's their punter, so it's
Yeah. He did punt in the Sunday night game, though.
yeah. Mafe, he's dealing with a little bit of an injury. It's just like even guys that are good that might play, a lot of injuries. I don't know how Gino's going to play. You know,
He kind of had like a knee strain. Well, they did call him like day to day, but
yeah. I mean, he's not. They don't have him listed on the injury report here in coverage, so maybe he's
Yeah.
good to go. But even still, just with
Yeah,
the
probably
way
got
his leg
so-
twisted.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
he's-
I think
he
Minnesota's
just jumped
gonna
and
be-
like a guy was there. Like, what do you do? Like, just one of those weird plays.
I think Minnesota's going to be hunting there. All right, the battle of teams tanking. Jacksonville and Las Vegas.
Oof. Dog with fleas game, dude.
We're gonna.
I'm going with the Jags.
That's a tank for Hunter.
Cash that Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I'm going with
Cash
Jacksonville.
Death, taxes, and Brian Thomas Jr. anytime.
Cash
There's-
that this weekend.
Bro, I'm 7-1. What I
Brian
bet?
Thomas,
What I
player
bet?
props.
Player props on Brian Thomas.
It's about to be 8.
Dude,
Who's
he's-
going?
I've been
Jack
crushing
Jones?
it with that
No
guy.
way. He's
I've been
scoring this
crushing it.
Oh yeah, for
It's been
sure.
fantastic to watch.
I mean, I think it's going to be Desmond Ritter again. O'Connell's still
week. They're still injured, I think.
still hurt. Even if O'Connell's in there, like oh my god, the Raiders are just so bad.
Yeah.
They're so
Knee
bad.
out,
Michael-
ankle for
Or I mean,
Kobe
Max
Bryant
Crosby
out.
might not play.
I got Jacksonville, and like the money line is basically a pick 'em too, and the spread is only 1. I think you can pretty much just shoe in Jacksonville because at least they're showing fight. You know, they're at least getting. I mean, like they're gonna lose and they're playing bad football, but like they're still gonna like they're still trying. I don't think they've gone full New York Giant, Las Vegas Raider tank.
They put up some points last year.
Mac Jones played all right. He's been playing okay.
Do they get some bad Raiders defense without?
I don't
their
know
best
if
pass rusher?
Trevor Lawrence is playing in this game or not.
I
I'm
I
don't
don't
not
even
sure.
know what's going on with him. Really, I didn't
He's
even
still
know he
on
was
the
out.
injury report.
Is it?
Yeah.
What was his? What was he dealing with? I didn't even see because I haven't really paid attention other than Brian Thomas Jr.
T-Law, he got knocked out by Aziz Al.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So he's probably still on the protocol or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're just and like with winning seasons going, they're just
Yeah,
like
just
that
keep- and we gave him a bag, so he might as well get
Yeah,
him.
they're like, all right, let's not like expose him to further brain trauma.
Yeah.
The season's cooked. All right, next game we got Miami versus San Francisco. This game is in Miami.
Sneaky good game, dude.
Could be interesting.
Sneaky good game.
Give me Miami, man. Give me Miami.
I kind of like the Dolphins here.
Give me Miami.
Rebound win. The Niners have been struggling this year. It's gonna be a close one.
I mean, Mike McDonald's going to beat Kyle Shanahan.
I
No
think
idea what the record is between those two, but we saw Mike McDonald's record against teams above 500, so probably not too good of a record against Kyle Shanahan.
Trent Williams.
Same
is
thing
gonna-
going across the country. Two coaches that are familiar in the same system. Mike McDade coming from that Shanahan tree.
Trent Williams is
Yeah,
going to be
he's
out
for
for this
McVay.
one.
I think he's going to get him this time.
I kind of like Miami, man. Again, just
Miami.
a lot of injuries
Yeah,
for San Francisco. Then you're going across the country. You know, Miami needs to. I mean, if they're gonna make the playoffs as a 7 seed, 6 seed, this is
They need to
It
win,
isn't
dude.
as much of a must-win game as you can imagine.
That offense, it really clicks at home too.
It does.
Yeah.
But
Nick Foles-
that Diamond or Lenore matchup with Tyreek Hill is going to be
It'd be
a
interesting.
rock fight, though.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Because Lenore makes it dirty and Tyreek Hill likes to make it dirty, but he'll set you up to route run you, you know. He's okay to make it a rock fight, but he's going to get his too. He kind of got shut down last week. I think has a bad taste in his mouth. At home
Jalen
now,
Waddle's questionable. I think is he still on the injury report? So
I did see him on the injury report.
probably more targets for
He is,
Tyreek
yeah.
Hill. If Jalen
Hamstring
Waddle doesn't
injury.
play or
Yeah, and those are
win.
tricky.
That's tough. Although Beckham, I keep forgetting he's on the Dolphins.
These teams last played in 2022. San Fran won 33-17.
I was back when San Francisco was good. They had a winning record, so Dolphins couldn't beat them.
It's tough. Just catching strays over here, dude. That's
amazing.
brutal.
All right, let's do Sunday night real quick because I think we're all going to be on Tampa Bay.
Night football.
Yeah, Tampa Bay real quick.
Yeah,
And
Tampa
then
Bay.
the Monday night game. I want to give the last 5 minutes. That's all you,
Give me the floor.
Jimmy and Cave Man. I'm just going to say, I'm taking the Packers in this one. I'm
Give me
sorry.
the floor. I'm going to tell you guys my prediction, okay? And then we're going to talk about what's really going to happen. All right?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Go,
All right.
go on, Cave Man.
So, the Packers looked pretty good last primetime game at home. It was cold. We talked about the Packers' record, for Jordan Love's record not being so great in the cold, and he proved everybody wrong with a good win against the Dolphins. But the Saints, this is a team, man. This is one of those games you don't want to lose. But the players are a little bit better than 5-9. I think some of
agree
the
with that.
players on the team, the coaches on the team, are a little bit better than 5-9.
Is half your team out of the hospital now?
A little bit. They got a little bit of guys out of the hospital, but I mean, not Derek Carr. Who needs him anyways? It's going to be Saints win 26-20 in overtime.
26-20 in overtime.
Spencer Rattler gets the game-winning possession.
If we only score 20 points on this defense, I might actually throw my phone down.
Who dat? Rat Dad. Rattler with the game.
Rat Dad
possession.
Oh, no.
Rattler with
You
the
did not
game-winning
just say that,
possession.
bro.
Oh, my God.
Game-winning possession from Spencer Rattler.
Ooh, Alvin Kamara is dealing with an illness, apparently.
He got the flu. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I
It
saw
just
he's
says he's injured
questionable.
illness.
Yeah.
He's going to play. He's going to have 150 yards. and
Now
two
let's
touchdowns.
talk about what's actually going to happen.
Spencer Rattler will get sacked 5 times. He'll have
Sacked
2
5
interceptions. Alvin Kamara will have a good game. Granderson will have a good game. The weakest part of our offensive line is definitely in the middle. So I could see Granderson making some plays.
Anderson, Versay having some.
I could see them doing,
some damage.
especially stopping the run up. That's going to be the. If you're not stopping Josh Jacobs, we win by 4 touchdowns. You know, if Josh Jacobs
Well,
can
that's-
kind of, if you guys can like sort of bottle, even if he has like 14 carries for like 70 yards,
Oh, I'll take that.
I
Any
think
day
you're-
even if we lose.
you know,
I'll take
I
that.
think you only lose by 2 touchdowns if you sort of maintain, because that's secondary. And Jordan Love right now, they're humming. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs is healthy.
Dobbs is healthy.
I just don't know who you're going to have at linebacker covering Tucker Kraft.
It's gonna be.
That's like Tucker Kraft could have
It's gonna be somebody.
a
fighting for their life.
105 type game and 2 touchdowns.
Somebody's
I'm starting him
fighting for
again
their
this
life.
week, Jimmy.
I would.
If he puts a stinker up again, though, I'm gonna be.
I think
pissed
this
at
is.
you.
I
Listen
think
to
this will be the
Dave's
game.
prediction.
I'm throwing your phone oncoming traffic and Kraft puts up another 5-point performance.
I do think the Packers right now are 13.5 point. Oh man, these guys are killing me today. 13.5. I can't even get it to send up. It's 13.5 is the spread. Packer at home Monday night game.
Let's go.
Extra rest for the boys. Packers will probably cover that point spread 9
Saints
times
win
out of
by
10.
6 in OT.
Saints are 5-4 in their last 10, but Green Bay did beat the Saints last year in Green Bay 18-17 in Jordan Love's second start as a quarterback. Still hung up 267 yards and 2 touchdowns. And a game-winning drive down 17-0 in
That
the
was- that
fourth
was
quarter.
That was a tale of 2 halves.
And it was like a light bulb went off, and Jordan, I can throw the ball and not just hand it off.
Yeah, it was a tailed
Bet.
2 halves that
He
game.
had 4 passes in the first half.
We went up 17.
He had
0.
18 in the second, had 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
We had 17 unanswered in the first half, and then you guys went 18
18
unanswered in
unanswered.
the second half.
exactly. Yeah, you remember.
That was a
Yeah,
good game.
that was a very good game. Granderson had 2 sacks. I think that he's going to be one of the guys. Him and Kamara are always, they're sort of our Achilles heel. They're going to get theirs.
their money.
I just think it's going to be too much, too little. And then these games like Monday Night, all the primetime games, it always comes down to your quarterback. I know you
Young
just
guy's
dropped.
got it,
I
man.
know you just dropped the rat tat.
Spencer,
Come
Spencer,
on
baby.
with that
Come
bar,
on,
dude.
Spence.
That was a
Come on,
bar.
Spence. Shout out to Yeah, I'm Live. He always calls in to all like this New Orleans sports shows. And he always says, "Yeah, I'm live," and then he says the most out of pocket stuff.
Yeah, I'm live. Oh yeah, okay,
Just wait. I got a clip for us. We're gonna react to it on Friday.
cool.
We need to have reactions for it. We
Cool.
need to have our
I'll
live
do it.
reactions for
I'll
this
do it.
for these clips. So I got them ready for us for Friday.
Yeah.
How
about-
We also have a little bet for all the viewers and fans out there. Whenever for the Packers Saints game, Caveman's going to be doing a bajillion
I
push-ups.
will be.
It's how
Most
so. It's how
likely.
many push-ups for?
I thought it was going to be 10 push-ups for every point that you lose by, but if Caveman wants to do,
Let you
I
lose
thought we
five?
were
700
in total. So if it's like they score 20, if we score 26 and win in OT like we are, then Jimmy has to do 260 push-ups.
Oh, okay.
But
That's-
and if you guys have 33 points, 330 push-ups.
it's kind of a lot.
I came in. I think you might be doing 400 push-ups.
I was gonna say,
yeah. I think yeah.
I think we're
You
going to
better
score
start
at least
training.
5 touchdowns.
I think
Caveman's going to come in yoked.
Dude, start training again.
He's going to be yoked up.
there's
on
not
that
like a
Wednesday
time
show.
limit on how long I got to do it.
No, we can.
It's just I got.
I figure we
record
could
it
do
as
like a
life
speed
goes
up.
on.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
them over a course of put them on TikTok. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, it would be like.
And then
the
you can
Peeps
speed
guy.
it up where like the little,
Yeah,
you
it would be
know,
like the Peeps guy.
yeah, like the Peeps guy. Can we confirm that he's still alive? By the
He
way.
is. He
Okay.
is.
All right.
I, mean,
I was
he,
worried about.
he
I mean,
probably won't be for long. He's
you
actually
ate
worked for a year.
7,000 kilotons of microplastic. Like, I mean, I'm
Oh,
worried
okay.
about your digestive health.
Well, remember I told you the other bet. He said he'd work for Dave Portnoy for free for a year if
Yeah.
Ohio State lost to Michigan.
He's an
Oh,
Ohio
yeah.
State fan, Portnoy the Michigan fan.
Yeah, right.
He hates his life.
That's tough, dude.
He's not getting paid for it anymore.
Dang. Dude.
Pray for the boy, dude.
That's horrible.
We'll
Saints
see you
win
Friday.
26-20 in OT.
Packers
Stay
big.
tuned on Monday.
Packers
tuned on
for
Monday.
We'll see you Friday, boys and girls. Enjoy your next couple days. Good night and good luck.
All right.
This is awesome.
Oh, that's where the
Oh.
magic happens.
My goodness.
That's where the magic happens, right?
It's where the magic happens.
Hey, so be careful, caveman. I'm still gonna be here Friday.
Yeah, she'll be here over the weekend. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
flying.
I'm
They're
gonna be
flying
here
out
till
Sunday.
Sunday. Well, we fly out stupid early Sunday. So yeah, still gonna be here. You guys are great. I love the camaraderie
Yeah.
and the back and forth. And boy,
Yeah. Mhm.
this is awesome.
Yeah. It's a lot of
Y'all
fun.
are
you guys-
chemistry.
I don't know if it's old school.
I just met these
You
guys,
guys got this mojo.
I just met them too. It was like all natural. Like our first show was like
Oh, you guys.
we were like, oh yeah,
I
we
think
got
you.
something
I think
going
you
here.
kind of clicked me in. I think I watched your second one,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point I'm like, oh god, this is great. This show is gonna take
Pretty
off.
sick.
Joel was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we found this guy at Colorado Media School. That was a Navy guy.
Navy
Like,
guy.
put him on the.
Did
like,
you
put him on the
contact the
show.
school,
I like. Well, I mean, we hit the ground like running. Like Jimmy came on. He didn't really have like a script or anything. It was just like, hey, this is what we're talking about. He just kind of off the dome.
So you guys were two
Jumped
were
all
already
over me.
here, and
Yeah.
Pat. I'm sorry, I call you Patrick, so I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not
His
gonna
name's
apologize. I love the name Patrick, but that's his middle name because he is named James Patrick because his dad's named James. There's too many James in this world, and I'm not
And
gonna
my
call
like two best
And
friends growing
in
up. were named
military, you
James.
call
also
everybody by their
James.
last
You know what I
name, and I'm
mean?
like, no,
Like-
I'm not calling you Nolan. I would call you Dad Nolan on the softball field.
We all know him as Pat.
Yeah, we know him as Patrick. But yeah,
Sometimes I forget his real name is James.
Yeah.
We call him Jimmy.
I do like write some stuff down, but because then it's like I don't know, like that's my problem with like what I hear on like it's way too fucking scripted. I know you're just reading off like a computer or like a printed
Like
out
a
sheet
telemarketer.
to like
Yeah.
say stuff.
Like I've stopped writing. as
I've
much.
noticed.
Like I still like to try to like bullet point.
Bullet
Yes.
point,
Maybe,
just to
like,
remember.
put some like
Yeah,
stats I
right
don't
about
want
it.
to forget down. But I'm like, yeah, it just that was a problem I was running into. Is I try to write like 4
So
or
your
5
top
pages
10,
of
when you
notes.
do your
Totally.
top 10, do you have any of those wrote down anywhere, or do you, are you
I
like,
write the list down.
Yeah, the
Okay,
list
cool.
down. Yeah.
And then like for the Wednesday show for the I write down the top 10 teams, and then we didn't do starts and sits this week, but that whatever. I would
Yeah.
also
Oh,
like write out like my starts and sits and waiver wire ads
For like fantasy football.
for fantasy.
Yeah,
football,
okay.
Our job's gonna be a lot harder after January once they ban TikTok. It's gonna be a lot harder
Does
because
it start in January?
It's like January 15th or something. Right?
yep.
I still not sure if that's gonna go through.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna go through. It's
It's-
definitely gonna go through.
They're gonna appeal it, but it's still gonna be banned until the appeal goes.
Oh, well, yeah,
That's
I'm
weird.
sure.
Oh no, they got the appeal back yesterday from Supreme Court.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
I
said
thought that
no.
was just the
No, they.
U.S. Court of Appeals. So.
It's going away.
Does anybody not remember the AT&T saga back in the 60s? Where AT&T thought wanted to be the only conglomerate, and the court said, no, you can't be the only company out there. And that's when MCI, okay, talk about old school. In Frostproof, Florida, there used to be like an MCI type thing because Frostproof, Florida and all that. It was like, yeah, they banned it. I mean, they said, you cannot be the only company, period. So hello, I guess that stuff, nobody's maybe alive from back then, they don't remember that shit. That's not right, it's just not right.
We don't remember that shit. Just like
I'm
there's a
sorry.
lot of people. A good example, because I just found out this last year.
Okay.
It was 4th of July, and I put music to "Born in the USA" by
Right.
Bruce Springsteen.
Spring,
Right.
Springsteen, yeah.
Then I got yelled at. And I'm
Boss.
like, "What?" And they're like, "So you don't realize that he was a draft dodger, blah blah blah." And I'm like,
Oh.
"No, I did not know that." You know.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Who? What?
Bruce Springsteen, the boss.
Oh
being
yeah.
a draft
Right.
Yeah,
dodger.
he was. He was.
Now, did he go to Canada, or did he just try to make up bone spurs like?
I
Somebody else.
don't know.
No, he was a
Our
conscientious
president-
objector.
our
He pulled the
conscientious
he pulled the
objector.
religious card. Yeah.
I mean, he did write a song about it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It always cracks me up when like people think "Born in the USA" is this like big like patriotic
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
It's like,
Hey,
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise
this is
got
all
that.
like anti-Vietnam
Vietnam,
War
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, Tom
Yeah.
Cruise in those movies.
That pisses me off. That really does piss me off.
What?
They gave Tom Cruise this big distinguished Navy thing, and I'm like,
Oh really?
what the
Oh,
fuck
for
has
Top
he
Gun.
done for veterans? Yeah.
Not
for
a
Top
damn
Gun?
thing.
Yeah.
Not
I
a
mean,
damn
like it was Navy fighter pilots flying those
I
jets
know,
on top.
but they
of
give
the
him a war. He doesn't even do shit like Gleason does, you know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, fine, you want to give him. They gave Rocky Balboa an award for like boxing or whatever, but he did a lot of shit for boxing.
Right, he brought it to life again. Oh,
Don't
boxing. That's another
start
subject line. Man, the Friday night fights back in the day with
Mm-hmm.
Sonny Liston and all. Oh my God, I used to
And
sit
now
and
we're
watch
watching fucking Jake
that
Paul.
with my dad.
Watching
Oh,
Jake
don't
Paul
even
box
get me.
on Friday night.
No.
We can't even see anyone good.
Well, I think it's funny they had Jake Paul and McGregor is going to be fighting, and I'm like,
Awesome.
McGregor's going to be in
Yeah.
jail here
Hopefully he
soon,
doesn't sexually assault
Yeah.
somebody again.
right?
One of the ring girls is going to be running out of the arena crying.
You know the one boxer that I cannot stand. I didn't even stand to hear his name. Mike Tyson. To me, he's a disgusting piece of crap.
I love Mike.
I love Mike Tyson.
I
too.
love him.
Yeah.
She's too,
That's
yeah,
my guy.
old school.
Sorry,
old school.
I'm a girl. You know, I just
love me.
Yeah.
You know.
I love Mike Tyson.
No. Evander Holyfield. Boy.
He's good. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's-
They're all awesome.
But boxing today, it wasn't.
Sucks.
Everything's
No,
got to
it's-
be hyped up. They got to make
Sucks.
all these
Yeah,
bucks.
it's all just
this
it's a
money.
money grab.
They
Yeah.
have to market it because the guys aren't that great. They got to shove them down your throat.
Go back to the boxing ring then. Hello. I mean,
It's one way to
Start out with the golden gloves and go all the,
Actually
you know,
box.
just like my grandson, 7 years old, playing Mike hockey, and he's a goalie. You know, it's like,
Oh yeah, Jimmy was telling
He
us
was,
about
dude,
it.
he's the smallest kid on the
Yeah.
on the ice
oh yeah,
by 1.5 feet, and he's like,
he was.
yeah, I
two-
want the puck to be shot at my face. Like,
Yeah.
I see him out there. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude! Like, it's so
And
fun.
on Monday night,
He is literally like knee high, dude. Like
Funny.
he's standing up, and half the net is still like above his
Oh
head.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But like at that level, they're not lifting the puck and all that. Yeah, like a little bit, but like
Oh,
not.
if they don't lift
not
it, he's
much.
great, but he has to get a little bit more height. He's,
If you can lift
yeah,
the puck, you can score at will on this kid
He's,
because he's.
he has a private goalie coach that was in the NHL that is really, really good, and so yeah, he those are really expensive.
Might be an interview.
But some of those,
Yes.
Get him on here, dude.
Let's get them on the show.
some of those parents, I mean, they're almost as bad as football parents. Dads
Oh
on
my
on
gosh.
Saturday. Now my husband, Patrick's dad. Well, Patrick used to too officiate the kids' football on Saturday. Now Saturdays was like your like your local teams and stuff. Okay,
Right.
it wasn't, or
High school.
yeah. Well, no, they're still kids. What am I trying to say? You're like
AAU.
no, like the Zion Benton. Type.
Oh, like your in-house stuff.
Yeah, your in-house stuff, okay? Every play, the kids are gonna get hurt. They didn't want to be out there. They're out there because my son gonna play football. Really? You know, it's like they don't want to be there. If you take them in for a season, show them how it's played, and then if they don't want to play again, okay, so they learned the game. Go on to something else.
Right.
You know? But, oh yeah.
Yeah, Indiana, we have the Powell League.
Well, I'm thinking of like almost like you have
Is it semi-pro?
no. Oh, my husband officiated. My husband officiated girls semi-pro.
Oh yeah, like powder puff.
Oh my God, you talk about
Oh, that sounds fun.
Savages, dude. Bro, they're out there
Oh, yeah.
shanked up.
they're all dykes, and they get worse on the football field than men do. Oh my God!
Are you talking about the like?
And his dad is a short shit,
Oh, bro, like
Yeah.
and he had to
legit
get in between these
semi-pro.
women. And he's like,
No,
padded
they're
up.
mean and scary.
oh my God, they're worse.
Pants, it's not the
They
lingerie.
are worse than the
like
guys.
straight pants, like helmets,
real
playing
football.
like
Oh,
playing real football.
Real
Women playing
Oh, yeah.
semi-pro, just thrown
Oh,
together
yeah.
league. You know,
It's
oh dude,
huge up
it's
where
yeah, it's big in the Midwest, and it's
Hell yeah.
Now, the
it's-
funniest thing about when Jim used to do the semi-pro, because they would have to, they would get paid before the game started and stuff to get all that shit out of the way, because you don't know what's going to happen during the game after the
What,
game stuff, right?
What
And the guys
happened?
don't bother looking. Whoever's supposed to pay them, they come up, they hand them all their money, and they go on with their day.
What happened?
Twice in all of the years he did the semi-pro, he
Oh,
got
I saw
paid
it. I saw a red.
with
Yeah, I
funny
know.
money
that
from
Buck does
like
everywhere.
Hollywood play money,
Like fake dollars.
fake dollars.
Well, like everything's
And I'm
short
like-
pictures there.
Really? You want these 7 officials,
You know,
and you're gonna pay them with fake money?
They tried to pay that with fake money.
Yeah.
Remember that?
We still
that,
have it on the
that fake
fridge.
20 on the fridge. You know.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
And it was like the Hollywood play money.
No,
and
of course
stuff.
they
Yeah.
didn't do it on purpose. It probably came into circulation and nobody really noticed. You know what I'm saying?
But they didn't
I bet
never
they tried to
twice.
do that.
Twice that happened.
They did it on purpose. Though.
Oh heck yeah,
Oh,
they did it on
twice.
purpose.
I guess
If you do it
twice.
twice,
Yeah.
It wasn't obviously the same teams, but still. But nobody ever made it right with the officials. But they didn't hold it against them.
Yeah,
It's like,
Papa said he
all right,
didn't
whatever.
Cherry refreshing.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he's talking to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was glitching out really bad Monday too. So
Yeah, there we go.
I opened that.
Hell, I can't even get on the side of my house. I have to.
Well, I just didn't want to talk about
it's so
women,
glitchy.
and I didn't
Yeah.
want to talk
StreamYard on
about
Monday.
so.
It's all down all day.
Friend of face.
All programs are having a hard time. Whenever you see an update from my phone,